Well, hey, I didn't see you there. Jeez, it feels like it's been a lifetime since we last did this. In fact, I think it's been 2 years. I never thought I'd be live streaming again, but it's such a momentous occasion, the release of the new, well, not the release, the pre-release, the embargo lift of the new Forza Motorsport. So why don't we make our way through some of the career mode? Because I've had the good fortune to play this for the last week, I'm about 30 odd hours into the campaign career, which means that I might bypass the introductory races that you've been seeing on every other channel. I think we've all seen those ad nauseum. So why don't we jump into some of the further along content? Maybe some of the JDM stuff, some of the legacy cars, maybe some of the, I don't know, sportier sedans, some of the stuff that comes around in the mid-game. So we'll see how we go with that. Got my Xbox 360 controller on deck. Hey everyone, how's it going? It's been a while. I don't expect a massive turnout here. I'm out of vogue, guys. I'm not a sim racer anymore. What is this? I've gone arcade. I've gone simcade. Alright, I'll give it simcade. Just to get you guys arguing in the comments early, you know? Alright, let's get into this. So, voila, this is the Forza Motorsport menu. I actually want to show you guys some of the aesthetics, because I think the game can look remarkable in certain circumstances. Now, what else to open on? Also, tell me if the sounds are okay. I did a quick test before this, but you never know with streaming. Stuff always goes wrong. So, this, right? What better car to start on visually? Look at that thing. How do I... There we go. First livery I downloaded. Someone already had this worked out. Like, by the time the early access had gotten into my hands, somebody had already created the Grello. Yeah, we'll get into the handling stuff very shortly. Just appreciate the Grello for another 30 seconds. But basically, if at any point you're wondering why I'm using this rather than the sim rig, the answer is basically because it's more fun in Forza. It's very clearly been tuned for the gamepad, and you can find the reasons why in my review video, which I recommend you check out in your own time after this, if you have time, of course. That's kind of where I put the bulk of my observations about the game. I'll also have one following either tomorrow or the night after, or maybe the weekend, about Forza from a sim racer's perspective, more from the wheel rig and the handling and all that fun stuff. But for now, let's just enjoy the fact that since you've last seen me, I've paid way too much money for an RTX 4090, so what you'll be witnessing is Forza Motorsport with full graphics. So let's get straight into that. I'm trying to remember where I'm at. So I just finished Retro Tuners. That was awesome. I was racing an old Skyline. Got Classic Sport. That looks okay, but I want the Testarossa there. Maybe if I work my way through. How about we do Classic Sport and we work our way to the 80s, like, exotics. That'd be sick. Look, there's a beautiful Porsche at the end waiting for us. I think this is good. This is a good lineup for us. Yes, I'm indeed going to play it with a gamepad.
It was a decade of innovation and growth, fueled by underdog teams from Asia.
My camera isn't focused right? It looks pretty right to me.
Truly competitive sports cars by going toe-to-toe with
autofocus.
heavyweights. That fierce competition at racetracks around the globe accelerated motorsport's design and engineering flat out, resulting in coveted classics that will once again take to the track and battle it out at the absolute limit.
The default wheel settings do definitely suck. I tried tweaking them, but honestly, it's a marginal improvement. You remove the damping, you up the forces, but it doesn't change the fact that there are... How do I put this? It's very clearly been tweaked for these. So my times on the gamepad are almost identical to the wheel, and I work about 1/10 as hard to achieve them, which isn't the case in any other racing game I play. So, you know, when you can, indulge, you know, it's way more chill. This is not what I... Holden Tirana! Holy balls, boys. We're gonna go sideways. Yes! I mean, there's nothing else even compares. Okay, alright, that kind of... Okay, both of those kind of compare. Okay, that kind of compares too. But nothing compares to the Holden Tirana. Holy crap, this is like the ultimate Bougainmobile here in Australia. Let's go. I'm excited already. The Rhino. Yeah, we're gonna go yellow. It's gonna have to be yellow. Orange maybe? Because that's really 70s, like that off orange. That it's like an off yellow. It's like that, just like shitty, like wall painting, like shitty plaster from the 70s yellow. Yes. Great. Yeah, Oliver knows what's up. Thanks, Jonas. Yeah, I've lost a little bit more weight than I intended to over the last year or so. It's been a while. Yeah, we're getting a ton of rain here, actually. It's been kind of relieving after the few humid days we've had here in Melbourne, so... Okay, so I should walk you guys through this. So when you start a new car at level 1, as you can see up there, you get the chance to go into the performance menu, which is where you get to buy the aftermarket parts. Now, as you can see, everything is locked off until you level up the car. So this is the car PG mechanic I spoke about. So you can't even do aftermarket rims, can't do new tire compounds, you have to level up the car first. All you really get access to early on is exhaust. That's usually the best thing to upgrade. So 2 points of exhaust and 1 of the air filter, or 2 in this case. Wow. Maybe I can do throttle body on this. Not today, Satan. All right. So we'll do maybe the street air filter. Maybe I can do an oil thing. It's all much of a muchness, really. None of it's particularly great right now, so we'll just get it out of the way. I'm above the target P. Oh wow! Holy crap! I just realized that I exit without saving. So apparently this car is almost maxed out. So it's at the limit stock. So this is going to be interesting. Anyway, use your imagination. In theory, that's how tuning works. Hey meow. Yeah, it's going to be sick, skids. I am, Massa, I'm playing on 4K res, but I'm only streaming at 1440p. I haven't set that up yet. I've got a new broadband connection, like fiber to the house, but I don't think it's powerful enough here in Australia to do 4K streams up still. So I wanted to just be sure and do 1440p. But enjoy the ray tracing while we're here.
On the far left to avoid the pit exit road, where cars will be merging onto the track.
Okay, so first thing you want to do is check the difficulty. So I tend to race between 6 and 7. 6 is relatively easy going on the gamepad. 7 can be trickier until you actually tune the car. So we'll try 7. You can see how hard it can become, and then of course we'll use all full sim settings, even though we're on a gamepad. So we're still semi-sweaty here, you know. I haven't sold out completely. So what you want to do is make sure that you lower the amount of fuel, because the laps. You normally don't get too many laps in these races, so there's no need carrying the extra weight around, and you can change the compound here. So as soon as you unlock slicks, you want to go straight for the softs, because the events are so short, and you can just blitz everyone. Let's do it. Enjoy the ray tracing. Look at that, 4090 power. We've got the PC sim racing master race here. James, no iRacing for a while. My membership gave up a while back and just never renewed it, so here we go. What am I doing, Maple Valley? Do I remember this layout? Oh, she's understeery. Until you hit the power, then she's not understeery. Alright, cool. It's definitely a 70s car. Alright, great. Oh my god, it's heavy. Oh, okay. Get your head in the game, Merman. My favorite thing about the older cars is just the gearing. Like, you get 2 useful gears and then the rest is all trash. Alright, can you use pit exit to drive? Works for me. Okay, cool. This car is so slow I don't need to brake as much as I normally do with the modern ones. That's good to know. Normally takes about a lap or 2. So the way that it works is you do these practice sessions for about 2 or 3 laps usually. They give you an optimal time that gives you an idea of how hard the AI is going to hose you. And I think this might be flat in this car. Please be flat. Please, it's flat. Okay, cool. It's not even like a close flat. Hey Phantom, how's it going? So this is like between second and third. I kind of like the safety and security of second, but third actually gives me a bit more speed. It's also looking like I'm about a second down lap time wise, which sucks. But I think if I just get a bit more aggro with my lines, we should be in business. Oh, she's heavy. She's heavy. Holden Tirana, ladies and gents. Australia's pride and joy. Maybe... Oh, so close. But as you can see, 7 is like, you know, on the limit of what you can do with a gamepad. Until you tune the car and then you just hose everyone. Then it changes a lot. Because once I get the slicks on there, once I get the aero on there, mate, it's all over. Though I'm not sure we'll get a chance to do that with the Tirana, you know. But we'll see. Oh, man. It's like she just carries laterally a bit more than I expect. This car is heavier than you want it to be. Come on, trail brake on a controller. That's how you know. That's how you know you're a real G. See if I can just... Yeah, don't need to use all the runoff. Come on, I want the optional time. Let's go. Yes! Still a sim racer at heart, boys. Okay, so we'll move on to the race now. Andrew, the physics video, I scripted it earlier today. I've still got to smash all the footage together, so with any luck, maybe tomorrow evening, if I can get time out from the company. Oh, look at that. You got to enjoy the ray tracing, right? Melbourne indeed, yes. A lot of Aussies in here tonight. I was actually expecting there to be more European people, but I guess you guys are probably at work, sneaking time on your phone in between lunch breaks. All right, let's get to the race. So here's another mechanic that you may not have seen if you haven't watched the review yet. You actually get to choose where you begin on the grid. So unlike Gran Turismo, which has like a predefined start point or like a normal sim where you qualify, in this you get a practice session and then you get to choose where you start. And then the projected finish kind of interacts with your total podium bonus. So basically, if you start 14th and then you end up in the top 3, you end up getting a couple grand extra for starting there. So we'll start in the midfield to make it fun. If we can get on the podium, I'll be happy. Bear in mind, this is 7 out of 8 difficulty, so it's quite tricky. Adam, it's not lovely with a wheel. You're at home eating, enjoying the chill vibes, man. I hope it's a wonderful pizza napoletana, you know? I just had one of those actually for dinner. I feel fantastic after it. And that's us. Look at that. Almost canary yellow. Nearly. Yeah, I would leave the sim rig stowed away for Forza Motorsport. And I don't say that in a disparaging way. It's amazingly dialed in on the gamepad, but just on the wheel, it's not quite the thing. All right. Might turn this up more on my side. I actually can't hear the engines very much. I was afraid of the sound spilling into the microphone for you. Okay, so not too bad in the 70s cars. It feels like racing this in slow motion after doing it in the Corvettes earlier. It's all right. We'll work our way to the Ferraris soon. I will say the car list in this game is insane. I know for those of you coming from these kinds of games, it's probably unimpressive because there's less than there was in Forza 7. But for me, 500 cars is insane as a sim racer. Like, to me, a dozen cars is like, whoa. Whoa! Okay, so there's the AI doing their thing, all kind of concertina braking on a straight for no reason. I need to pay more attention to what's in front of me, rather than, I don't know, trying to be a witty douchebag. So here we go. I think I can brake quite late here. Yes, I can, because I'm not going very fast. Okay, could use a bit more grip though. As you can see, collision penalties sometimes are a thing when it decides to dish them out. The best part is when they collide into you, which is often, and then you get the penalty. That happens a lot. So okay, so the podium guys are up ahead. So if I can get on the podium, I'll consider that a race well led, given where we started. That spinning up the rears, bro. Proper Western suburb style. Little to no wheel support. I mean, I don't know about if I'd say there's little support. It's just, it's very clearly not dialed for the wheel as a peripheral. It really reveals some odd, I would say, physics quirks and artifacts when you play it with the wheel. But with the gamepad, they've kind of tuned it all out. Like this feels amazing right now. I'm not kidding. I'm not exaggerating. This isn't me shilling for Forza or anything. It's just, if you want a really good gamepad racer, this game rocks. It's just really satisfying on the gamepad. I'm kind of impressed at how well they managed to tune it for this peripheral. Because, I mean, let's be honest, gamepads kind of suck for this, you know? It's kind of like, as I said in the review, it's a bit like if Motorsport, if Project Cars 3 were done correctly. I feel like this is what they were aiming for with Project Cars 3. They just didn't have the time or the project management necessarily to get there. I just wish the game gave a little bit more love to the race cars, because everything in the Builders Cup is just about, well, building cars. None of the feature races are unlocked that let you use, you know, GT3s and stuff, which kind of sucks, because the GT3s are okay on gamepad as well. I did a few Mid-Ohio races with the Manti Grello, the 911 GT RSR rather. They got prototypes in here too. It's just, I guess the average Forza gamer is probably more into the car customization aspect of things. I can't believe they're making us race 8 laps of this. But on the upside, I think this is for second. Yeah, this is for position. All right. What do you think? We got 3 more laps? Can I get first? I have my doubts. Rarely can I get first on difficulty 7, but we'll see. Guy coming out of the pits. Cool. Not many occasions to really use the pits. Oh god, in the career mode, which is another shame. Oh my god. Oh, that was just a bad setup for me. So, you know, it's almost like the tire life thing, tire heat and everything. It's almost like a wasted element in the way that the game is set up in the career mode. And I'm not saying that'll carry over in multiplayer. Obviously, if you play amongst one another and you set up the races to your liking, obviously tire strategy and fuel and everything is going to play a part. Let me pull it up on the screen for you. You can see telemetry. Let me try and...
3 remaining.
So, suspension telemetry right here. Just so you know that there is a physics engine underneath this. It isn't like all canned forces and stuff. I'll pull up the tires as soon as I get on a straight. Oh, man, these turns, they go forever. So, if I manage to heat up the tires here, if I do a 6 skid, whether or not I can, I don't know. Let's try one. Nah, didn't see it heat up, that's a shame. But that's where you'll see the tires heat up anyway. Probably focus less on telemetry and more on just like catching this guy. So as you can see, what tends to happen is there's a bit of a difficulty differential between first and everybody else. First always blitzes on ahead by several seconds, and then everybody else is left behind. So in that sense, it feels a little bit bipolar sometimes. Like you feel fast enough to get a good challenge out of all the cars, but then you get the first and you're getting blitzed. Or you set it so it's, you know, easier and that you end up first, but then everybody who isn't second ends up like multiple seconds behind you, like dozens of seconds. So, you know, it's a bit of a... I don't know. I feel like if anything needs work in this, it's going to be the AI and maybe the difficulty scaling. Just one more lap to finish this, guys, so I can check the chat. Curious about your impressions when we roll the replay. What do you think about the graphics though?
One more. Finish strong.
I don't know how they're looking on stream. I did a test earlier and like they looked sick. I'm streaming at the highest bitrate that YouTube will allow for 1440p, so if you're on a decent device, I hope you can appreciate it. This is full graphics on the PC, so this is as good as it'll look. Off track violation? Was that because I went on pit lane? Well, we're not getting first, but we got close, and I'm happy. Second is more than I expected to get on this difficulty mode, so one of the first things I want to do, and one of the first things you want to do when you tune, which I'll expand on in our tuning tips video that'll follow the physics video, you want to do a rear sway bar and crank that biatch right up, because most of the cars understeer, because the game is tuned for these, right? Reasonably happy. Got used to the car.
Well done.
Thank you.
Finished P2.
Yes, we did. Yeah, I'm sorry about reporting the truth with the wheel, guys. Look, some people are less susceptible to the issues, I guess, than I am. I tend to be a bit of a stickler with these things, but like even iRacing feels amazing compared to this. Like force feedback wise, like substantially more amazing. So, you know, I can't even begin to compare it to AC and ACC. It's not on that level, you know, it's not that kind of game. It's not made for that market of people. Chill night, whiskey and racing, mate. I have some nice chamomile tea instead. I am getting weak in my old age. Hey, Apex. I'm glad to hear that, Cone. Okay, great. I'm glad that the graphics is coming through okay for you guys. That's the important thing. I want to kind of showcase the way that it looks. So, okay, you level the car. It unlocks all of these mods that you can do. Sway bars. All right, that's what we need. More than anything, we need sway bars. We'll save the replay for now. Let's. I'm kind of curious whether I can mod the car. I think what I can do. Okay, the limit has increased. Thank the Lord. So we'll just crank up the exhaust. I think that's going to give us some sick performance. Yeah, slightly less sick performance from this. Yeah, I don't want this. I do. We do a touch of oil, I think. A bit of air filter. And then I want to do the sway bars. Now, the rear race sway bar is going to let me tune the sway bar. On the front, I'll just do one level. Another good thing is you can increase the tire width front and rear. You should be able to see it. Yeah, you can see it. If you look just underneath the car, you can actually see the width of the tire expanding until it gets freaking asinine. But this actually helps your handling quite a lot. It actually helps you put down grip. So instead of modding, let's say, adding bigger brakes, what I find always works best is just going for general grip, because this will help your handling as well as your braking distances. And then the tire compound only becomes available a bit later on. Once you can get slicks on there, it's just transformative, man. So for now, I think that's pretty much what I want. More than anything, I needed power and I needed sway bars to help me turn this beast. So let's do that. In-car camera, I would avoid personally. You can try it yourself, but so you'll see it in my review. The proximity arrows aren't very good, so you'll just end up bashing into the cars around you. It's very clearly made to be raced in chase cam. Another Nord lap. So I haven't really been staying apprised of what's been happening in Beam and G, Anch. So yeah, I know that my mates Carmighty and Muya are doing great content there, so I feel like it's been left in great hands. You know, they were always much better content creators than I was. Thanks, Nightmare. Good to see you. I'd love to turn a Nord lap here, but unfortunately there is no Nordschleife yet. Thanks, Macy. Glad to be back, however brief this may be.
Keep your speed up.
Not a fan of the flickering of the ray tracing there, so what they need to do is include the new DLSS 3.5 where the ray tracing is baked in with the DLSS, so they've got to update the graphics engine to the new NVIDIA standards. You can see like a few artifacts with the way that it does reflections, but again, I think this is something that they really nailed with the new DLSS 3.5. So it's a shame I didn't get to demo that for you guys. In the meantime, let's turn some practice laps here at Laguna Seca. And the important tuning of the car. Gear ratios are massive as well. Once you unlock gear ratios on older cars, my god, you gain so much speed. Because you basically get 2 usable gears and everything else is just useless. So, in the rear, I'm going to try and do 6.5, see if we can get some skids going. Some mad skids. I think that's it for me. Didn't put anything else on. See, if it weren't for the flickering, it'll look pretty good. I'm pretty low energy right now, Apex. Maybe that's why. I was expecting to come down with the chamomile and just relax and have a... I think I was going to do like an editing session for the physics video until I saw everybody streaming Forza, and I'm like, well, I might as well join in. Haven't done one of these in a while, and I have to get the sim rig out, which is awesome. Spirit really depends. Like, if you're coming at this as a sim racer, you're not going to find many redeeming things about it. I'm not going to lie to you about that. But if you're looking at this as somebody who enjoys casual gaming, RPG stuff like Gran Turismo, then there are things for you to enjoy, legitimately. Playing on the gamepad is really, really fun on this game. It's just that doing it on the wheel is not, so... Whoa! Okay, low grip. We're going to see a lot of skids today. Wait, what's going on? Oh, okay. Wait, what am I... Guys, what am I looking at? Is this Laguna Seca? Guys, I've never done the... What is this a different layout of Laguna Seca? Why does this game do this to me? It's like... What? Wow. I didn't know that there were other layouts of Laguna Seca. Like, it legitimately never has come up as a thing in my life. Huh. Okay. Cool. Oh man. It's such a different experience driving the ancient cars. The cars of the ancient ones. It's very fun in its own way, but it's very much its own rhythm too. I'm used to driving the modern ones here. Okay, you gotta get on the brakes like way earlier. Yeah, oh man, okay. So definitely brakes, weight reduction, or tire width next. Because this car is lacking in grip big time. Hey Kai. If I've played Trackmania, I've never really been a big Trackmania player. The only time I ever played it was for Overtake GG when we did the... Dear God. I'm so not used to this layout. But yeah, the only time I ever played Trackmania, I think it was Trackmania, was for Overtake GG when we did that segment that one time, where I got interviewed by everybody's favorite gaming personality, Frosk, before she completely tanked that other company that she moved to. Oh man, what a debacle that was. Anyway, yeah, that was my only experience with Trackmania. Okay, so I can brake later there for some reason, but I have to brake earlier everywhere else. Dear God, what was that? So one thing you'll notice in this game is that when cars get into slides, they move laterally way too much. It's almost like they kick in like canned slide code and they're like, okay, go sideways now. This isn't me starting to complain about the game, by the way. It's still very fun to drive. It's just that completely breaks from immersion. You can really feel that on the wheel more than anything. Because with the wheel, you're always more on the edge of grip. You're always kind of dancing with the car at the limit. And as soon as you break traction in the rear, the car just starts to move sideways. So instead of driving at the limit and getting faster, you drive at the limit and get slower. It's kind of weird. Counterintuitive, you know? Okay, we got close. I'm not that far off the time, considering how much I suck at this layout. Yeah, see, as soon as you start moving sideways, it's like, oh boy. Oh my god! So sometimes over time the track gets wetter and wetter, and you get less and less grip as it goes along. That's one of the cool mechanics they've got in here. Why is it able to brake so well uphill? Okay, that's better. Control drift, gents. It's all about the control drift. One of the other things, and I kind of expand on this in the physics video that's going to come, but one of the things you really notice in Forza is as soon as you get on the brakes, the rear becomes super light. It's not so much an issue on the gamepad, where they've kind of filtered around it, but when you're on the wheel, it's like, it's just instant lift-off oversteer. It's crazy. Hey, alright, I'll take it. Not bad. Sweet. The classic layout, okay. I've never done it. Cool, let's get into the race. We'll start from 12th again. Yeah, VVS, I think I agree with you. I mean, as many issues as Gran Turismo has for itself, it certainly... It makes you feel like the wheel was a valuable investment. Like when I moved from the gamepad to the wheel, it was a transformative experience in GT7. Like I truly enjoyed the game a lot more, and I got through the whole campaign and put hundreds of hours into it. Whereas with this, when I moved to the wheel, I actually became more frustrated. So once again, it's a demographic shift. It's just made for people who want to play on gamepad. And they've done a remarkable job with that. It truly does feel great on the gamepad. I just hope at some point they do... Okay, getting close here. I just hope at some point they do justice to wheel users as well, because there are people out there, you know, now that direct drive is becoming ubiquitous, they want to feel like they invested in something, but maybe they don't want to go all the way sim, you know? Okay, so this is just a lift here. I'm so used to having to brake super hard for that corner. My god, how much larger was my car than that guy? That's insane. No wonder I drift for days. Like the size of a damn bus. Okay, so it is 3. Oh my god. The sweet spot in this car is small. The Holden Tirana, who'd have thought? Not so easy to drive on track. Never would have picked it. Hey, we're in the podium positions. Alright, sick. I gotta shut up and get consistent here. It's so heavy. This car is so heavy, man. I need tires. I just need better tires. And I think a better transmission. Almost said the short form version of that, which will get me demonetized on YouTube these days. Oh, okay. So the game is pretty stringent with track limits. Something you probably wouldn't expect from a game like this, but yeah, it is. Take it easy through there. I feel like I have a lot more to lose than to gain. Alright, we have a lot more power than this guy. Seems like power is our thing. So brake around 2, maybe before, downshift, and then... My god, I'm a heavy behemoth. Oh my lord. Ooh, nice blimp. Alright, so by the time I accrue all my track invalidations, even if I get to first, I still won't be first from all the time penalties. Man, it's definitely way more wet. Yeah, it's way more slick than it was during the practice session. That's one of the cool things in Forza. It will do dynamic track conditions, it'll do dynamic time of day, dynamic weather, and actually comes across quite well. I agree, weight reduction would be amazing, but weight reduction is not something that unlocks until way later, so we're not going to be that lucky. Safety car? I don't know. There's not a safety car now, as far as I'm aware. At least not in the main career mode.
3 left.
Yeah, Zach, it's my first time playing this layout of Laguna. I didn't even realize it was a thing. I'm still struggling to get into the flow of it. My lord. I was a bit closer to the limit of what this car can do than I'd like. Alright, now we're getting there. So we've got the power advantage when it comes to these, like, the uphill straight. We just smoke this guy, man. I'm scared, but we're gonna try it. You also get curbs of death in this, by the way. in case it wasn't enough already, what I've told you. There are curbs of death. Can we just edge him out on the inside? You lose so much power when shifting in these older cars, it's great. Oh my god! It's such a school bus. It's great. He gets out of the turn so much quicker than we do, but then we're gonna smoke him on the straight here. We're gonna need to, because I've got 3.5 seconds of penalty, so... Okay. Got 2 more laps to get as much distance as I can and to try not to go off the damn track. And a lift, and a back on the power. Okay, just a lift and a back on the power there. That's good. You can see the time of day, or is it the weather pattern changing? It's becoming foggy, sort of overcast and foggy from rainy. So the track is actually drying up now. Yeah, I actually broke and it worked. My god, it's heavy. I will say the suspension feels more convincing to me in the dampers than they do in Gran Turismo. I think that was one of the big shortfalls of Gran Turismo. Especially when you look at it from the inside, you can see that the car's just kind of jittering around everywhere. This actually, you can feel tire flex in this. You can feel the suspension compressing. Which is a weird thing to feel on a gamepad, but I'm cool. I'm down with it. I really need to crank up that rear sway bar as well. The car just doesn't turn. Luke, yes, I am in Australia.
Final lap. You got this.
Alright, we're getting there now. The off tracks are brutal. As soon as you get a set of tires out onto the grass or onto the gravel, man, it's all over. Especially the gravel traps, they're insane. Alright, 3.5 seconds. Oh my god, it's almost impossible to drive something this poorly balanced at Laguna Seca. I think second is all she wrote, gents. Oh my god, just turn, please, for the love of god, just, oh god, how? I slowed down so much. Alright, so that, gents, is the Holden Tirana. In case you don't understand what kind of vehicles Australians like. Got to get a big fat set of tires on this thing. Come on, use that power. Let's go. Nah, it's 5 seconds. It's second, I think, at best. Yeah. Damn it. The tires are 48 times better.
Nicely done.
Doesn't that beg the question, better than what? What are they better than? Better than my driving, surely. Better than my weight reduction. Yeah, you can adjust field of view and individual camera spirit. It's actually pretty well done. Ooh, neurotics. That's it's difficult to say. I don't actually know what the difference is between the Ultimate Edition or the Game Pass, where you get with the vanilla one. I'm not sure. I'm probably not the right person to ask. As always, it just kind of depends how much you expect to get out of the game, how much you enjoy its design principles, how much you expect to be playing it. Watkins Glen in this car. Oof. All right, it's gonna be something. So, about that grip. So we got weight reduction unlocks at car level 20. We're a fair ways off here at level 7, which is going to be a bit of a problem for us. So let's do some grip. Yeah, just wider tires. That's what we have. I mean, Watkins is kind of a power circuit. It's kind of like a downforce power circuit, so I don't know how this is going to go. One way to tell. I will say, in terms of the small track list, they've still packed in some of my favorite tracks here.
The Glen is one of North America's classic motorsports venues, built in 1958 after a decade of local racing on closed public roads following World War II.
Fair enough. So normally the AI isn't as strong at Watkins Glen. Normally at 7 I can still edge in first, but again it depends on what this car is going to do to me. Might give myself some extra leeway with the fuel. It reckons a lap of 135 is... Oh no, it's going to be one of those abbreviated circuits, isn't it? It's going to be shortened. Not going to give me the full satisfaction of the Glen. Yeah, sure. I will do some burnouts after I finish my 3 laps and hopefully knock out the optional time. Yeah, obtained light, I agree. Some of the level locks are crazy. So the problem with stuff like weight reduction is by the time you unlock it at level 20, the cup that you're in is over, and you no longer need to drive that car, and the game moves you on to another one. So you never really get to experience what the car is like at its top tier of performance. Which is kind of like the opposite of Gran Turismo, where everything you have is like tuned off its tits, basically. I forgot to tune my rear sway bar. Every time I go to turn, I'm like, she's not turning. Car's just not turning. Why is the car not turning? And I remember it's just like a behemoth, probably made out of freaking aluminium. Well, I mean, it would be more like steel. Let's say it's made out of steel. Do I get the chicane at least? Okay, good. Thank you. I'm gonna downshift just to be sure. Okay, it's not too bad here. Look how much smaller that car is, man. It's like, it's not a different class, it's like a different thing altogether. Might as well be a scooter, man. My question is, why is it faster than me? That's slightly worrying. I may have hit the limits of what the Tirana can do for us, gents. Yep, need that sway bar for sure. The only way this car actually turns is when you get on the power. Kind of funny. Okay, so you can do that a bit later. Complete a lap in 132.84. I don't... Oh! Well, there we are. As I said, the Glen is surprisingly easy for some reason. Difficulty is a little bit uneven, that's all. It is a freaking boat. That's a good way to characterize it, really. Let's see how the boat goes through the chicane again. And it a bit harder. Right through there. Okay, track limits are generous there. We gotta try not to slide out sideways too much. Question is, how does it do this? Ooh, yes. Yes, please. That on throttle oversteer. Oh, the split time says it's not faster. That's sad. It's so understeer. I feel like I know how Steve, Jimmer, and Misha feel in the Nürburgring now with that BMW. It's so crazy watching the onboard footage. They just like turn the wheel, but it ain't moving. You can tell the thing's been set up for understeer to, you know, just be like mega safe. I think this has been set up for understeer just because it hasn't been set up, period. God, just turn, you freaking lard. Hey, there's that little guy again. Wow. How is it legal to make something that small? It's kind of adorable, but it looks like someone's driving an RC car. Kind of comical. This is our equivalent of an SUV, gents, here in Australia, or at least it was 5 decades ago. You can do a bit of rallying if you wanted to. You have to watch out because sliding the tires really costs you a lot of time. Like I was saying, when you slide, there's a lot of lateral movement in this. Feels like a bit more than there should be, so you tend to lose time the moment you get on the limit. The driving kind of, you know, boringly and predictably is the way to go. Right, so this is our last lap. We're gonna rip some donuts after this. This should be our fastest lap. Maybe. I'm not gonna shift. Hey, nice. Let's do it where everybody does it in iRacing after a race. Alright, there's the smoke effects. Not quite as luscious and enveloping as the Assetto Corsa ones. But, you know, it's something. And that's our practice. Hey, P-Dub, thank you. I've lost a little bit more weight than I intended to, but here we are. Physics still same? I don't know. I've never played another Forza game before this. All I can tell you is how it feels subjectively, based on all the other sims I've played, I guess. Yeah, Curatum, it's weird. In some scenes, the game looks phenomenal, but in others like this, you can see like the bumper reflections are weird. It's like grainy, and then the panels look flat, and then the materials aren't that great, and then like the rims are kind of glossy in a strange way, you know, like it's last gen. But then there are other elements where it just looks phenomenal, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, it's a weird one. I don't know why the ray tracing hates the materials on this car in particular, because normally the ray tracing looks a lot better than this, so I'm not really sure what's going on. Let me check really quickly. So you guys can bask in the glory of this 4090. Okay. So we've got DLSS off. This is native 2560 by 1440. Everything is at ultra. There's no scaling. Max everything. Full reflections and RTAO. Full ultra. Ultra, ultra, ultra. That's the highest you can go on track texture quality. Estimated VRAM usage, 5.5 gig out of 24. You can fit larger textures in here, guys. Don't stress. Just in case anyone from Turn 10's watching. We have the power here on PC anyway. Holden V8 Supercar. I mean, they're in there. They're in here. They definitely are. Yeah, VVS, I can just say I agree, you know, it's contextual and it's conditional. Sometimes the game looks great, other times it looks not so great. Just is what it is. The M2. I'm guessing you didn't see the video where I spoke about how things with the M2 went, Connor? The M2 is not holding up. But thank you for asking. I do appreciate it. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of weird, like, flickering from the ray tracing this time. I don't know why. It wasn't the case in 4K, so I'm not sure what's up. Could be a bug. Come on, boys. You can do better than this. So midfield AI, so this is at, just in case you're just joining us, this is at 7 difficulty out of 8, so this is almost max. The midfield AI tend to just be obstacles until they separate apart, and then it's really the guys on the podium that you're hoping. So what the sometimes they try and... You'll see that in my review video. Just watch my review after we finish the stream, and all of that will make sense. I've catalogued the slew of interesting AI behaviors in this game. Let's go! Let's go! It's not fast. Doing that isn't fast. So it looks like we might be doing a day to night transition in this one. I'm excited. Synthetic, it is to me. I think it's the best gamepad racer I've ever driven. It just feels great. You can feel tire flex and stuff. You can feel the suspension flexing, compressing. It's great. Thank you. All right, duking it out for first. I'm gonna try and avoid the penalties this time. Yeah, the difficulty is out of 8. Ah, I forgot to set up my bloody sway bars again. I reckon like an extra second per lap minimum if I actually tune the car correctly. That's on me though. You do have to be pretty precise with your inputs. I'm driving with no assists other than ABS, because, you know, it's kind of hard to finesse the brake on a gamepad. It's not impossible, but it's hard. You have to be pretty precise with your steering inputs, otherwise you can unsettle the weight of the car, especially these older cars, and then you have a not so good time. No, that's a not good time. That's going to be a penalty. Okay. There's no correcting this car when you've gone off the line. There's just like, you either set up the turn or no. I've played on a wheel, yes. The force feedback I wouldn't rate too highly at the moment, I'm afraid. There's a reason I'm playing it on the gamepad. I find it more enjoyable on the gamepad. And almost as fast, to be honest. For reasons that I'll explore in my... well, it's not a force feedback review, it's going to be more like a sim racer's take. I'm going to hopefully get that out sometime tomorrow. It would help in those situations with finessing the steering of a car like this, but what else would happen is as soon as I got on the brakes here, the rear would really just lift up, and the car would try to rear over on me. Because lift-off oversteer is absolutely wild in this game. Especially in cars that have loose suspension where the rear dances around a lot. I'm not really sure why, it's like the rear is disconnected from the front. Not so much an issue on the gamepad though. On the gamepad it's just cool, you know? Been tuned out. I hope they give the wheel users a bit more love, you know? Alright, brake earlier, Roman. There we go. There you go. No penalty that time. How nice is that? See? That's better. You just don't drive like a dickhead. Everything's fine. Alright, I'm getting the line now. There's better grip on the inside. Look at that. It's almost like I've driven Watkins Glen before. It's almost like it's one of my personal best tracks. Almost. But yeah, the AI is very variable. So on a track like the Glen, they're a lot easier for a given difficulty level than they are somewhere like, what's a difficult one? Jesus, car. Suzuka, they're a bit more difficult on, I think, generally. Mid-Ohio, I think they kicked my ass on a bit. Like the ones where you have to, I don't know, finesse the car more. Yeah, but I mean, 40 times more realistic than what, you know? I mean, you know those are just marketing terms. Like when you say, oh, the tires have 48 times more detail. It's like, then what? What are you talking about? Have you taken the force feedback, the physics engine from like a tick rate of 40 hertz to 400 hertz? You know? Obviously that would just be, 10x, but it's like, how arbitrary is that designation? What are we referring to, So it's very clearly a marketing term. But you know what? When you saw all the Forza Motorsport preview materials, like every time somebody was demoing this game, they were doing it with a gamepad. So it was very obvious what they were going for and what they were trying to create. And, to their credit, they have created the hell out of that. Like this game is on this ancient 360 controller, because it won't recognize my PS5 controller for some reason. Maybe they'll patch that in, I don't know. On this controller, it feels amazing. And I've had this thing for like over 15 years. Maybe since I was a teenager, maybe over 20 years now. I don't even remember how old the Xbox 360 is. All I know is that this controller should be falling apart, but it's not. And this game feels great on it. So yeah, props to them for hitting their mark. Just hope they fix up some of the materials. Some of this weird ray tracing glitches. Even out the graphic quality. Maybe give us some race cars to race in the career mode rather than... Come on, mate. Alright, guys. We're moving to like a Testarossa after this, so it's going to actually perform because we're going to the 80s in a supercar. But if it doesn't, I'm moving us straight back to modern times because I'm like over this whole like I turn my wheel but the car doesn't turn thing. So it's the last lap. Hey, our car leveled up. We didn't level up. Your car is the real protagonist in this one. She just doesn't turn. My kingdom for some aero. Yeah, there's more grip. There's more grip on the inside, guys. So they've done the rubbered line. It feels like they've done the rubbered line. I don't know to what extent. If my car runs out of fuel, I'm gonna just shoot someone. I felt like there was a power cut just then. It's very good at predicting how much fuel you'll have per lap. I've yet to run out on a straight, as I tend to in the real sims, because my math isn't very good. So yeah, that is the Glen in a Holden Tirana, Australia's pride and joy. Look at that beast. Orders of magnitude better. Yeah, I could just rename the game though and call it Y or Z or something. Then it'll be more elegant and sci-fi. Xbox 360 came out in 2005. There you go, so it's almost 20 years old. Wow. That was a good guess. Not having many tracks doesn't bother me. I'm a guy that's very happy with very little. I would have gone with less cars as long as each car had more fidelity. That kind of stuff doesn't bother me very much, as long as the content that is there is very detailed. I care more about quality than quantity, but I know that that's not necessarily everyone's bag. Burst! Yes! Thank you, P-Dub. This is the crowning joy of my life right here. I would say my controller was probably made around 2005 because something this yellow and something this battered down and beaten up, the fact that it still works flawlessly, that's something that we stopped doing a couple of decades ago. We really just leaned into that whole planned obsolescence thing. Now our phones last like 2-3 years if we're lucky. Do we have one more? Any more? Wow, it keeps... So... Maybe you're getting an idea for this. I've probably been at this for at least an hour already, right? And this is just the one event with the one car. It gets pretty grindy. It starts to feel a bit grindy. You grind it with the one car just again and again and again, and then it's like you never drive that car again. You move on to a new car with a new set of events from level 1 all over again. So you never actually unlock like the engine swaps or drivetrain swaps. Like there's just no reason to do it unless you're scaling the car and wanting to drive it in multiplayer. So It's a weird gatekeeping mechanic in this game, I find, personally. Yeah. Anyway. So, I needed grip. I really needed grip. I can't do weight reduction. I can do suspension. I definitely need suspension. We'll do that. Can I put a compound? I can. I can put sport tires, but they kind of eat into some other stuff that I might need. I need the transmission. I have to keep reminding myself not to short form the word transmission, because that will nab me these days. This is a great way to gain power, by the way. Like, sometimes I just do this, and I undo my power upgrades. We're close. Ah, man, I don't want to take it from there. Where can I take it from? Where can I take it from, gents? So you end up in this kind of risk-reward trade-off situation where you're wondering what to... seriously? I mean, I've got power, you know? This car, it's got power. Carb! You put a carb in this. Or tune the carb? I guess you're tuning the carb. Tuning's pretty good, but we need grip. Ooh, ignition's... okay. We need grip. There's no working around needing the grip. So we need street, we need the width, and we need the transmission. Because that way we lose way less power when we shift, and because we're in an ancient car, we can do that, and then I can shorten the gear ratios, which is going to gain us so much more time than we lost by me undoing the exhaust or the air filter or whatever, oil and cool or whatever the hell I was undoing. So, watch and learn as I remember to go into the tuning menu. Thank you. I will tune the roll bar as well, gents. Appreciate it. Thanks, Raphael. I'm glad you enjoyed the review. I'll have another one coming from the Sim Racer perspective soon. I'm glad my overlays and stuff are working. Look, Aaron Coleman, welcome, by the way. And it's like, you know, I haven't used these overlays in 2 years, and I just loaded up OBS, and now everything's great. Turns out when you... I'll let it talk. I didn't even know what track I'm on. I didn't even, like, pay attention to what was happening. So good. I was, like, so caught up in my own ranting. But anyway, I'm just happy to say that this is the first stream I've ever done, especially with a large gap of time, where there hasn't been some, like, hair-tearing issue. And, you know, not having a sim rig helps a lot with that too. It's like, it kind of half looks good. You look at it and you're like, yeah. And then you see some of the materials and it's like, nah. It's like they got 80% of the way there, and the 80% is really damn good, and then they just went, just shovel it out. Tune the car. Tune the car, Roman. More rear sway bar. We're gonna do like 18. Yes, and then the gearing. Now we're gonna go from like 2.95 straight to like 5. Oh wait, no. Slows the car down way too much. Maybe like... What top speed are we going to be hitting in this hunk of junk anyway? Sorry, I mean this awesome heritage car, this slice of Australian history. We'll see how this goes. We'll see what we can do. Yeah, Bob, that's about it really. No, it's not my first time streaming. It's my first time streaming in like 2 years. I gave up on it ever since that ill-fated Silverstone race in Sim Racing GP. Props to you if you remember what I'm talking about. Oh, Mid-Ohio! Yes! Not in this car though. Oh my god, this is gonna suck so bad. Oh wow. Gents, the suspension made this car feel like something else completely. Like this, I can feel it swaying way. Oh my god, the suspension was the thing. Dear god. The suspension plus the tire compound shift, it handles completely differently now. It's way more on rails. And my gearing actually, I have gearing. It still doesn't turn at low speed though. It just won't get the nose in. For the love of God, man. Maybe... What would let me adjust the alignments in this game? I don't even know what unlocks that, but it's like, I think I need alignment. I think I need toe in. So the thing is that you're tuning so much and you're changing tracks so much that by the time you get used to one track and car combo, you've already moved on, so you just feel like a noob all the time. And that isn't me complaining, by the way, it's just me trying to justify my terrible driving. Clever, right? Turn for the love of God. Wow. This car, I guess, yeah, I mean, I picked a Tirana, like what was I expecting, really? You're gonna watch me not win on this track, because Mid-Ohio is one of the ones where the AI is stronger. Also, I think I may have overdone the gearing shortening a little bit. Maybe? I mean, third does feel pretty good there. I'd say it's a little too short. Maybe if I can stay in fourth all the way through here, that might be the play. Yeah, she needs to turn more, so the sway bar needs to be cranked up even more. Okay, so just over slow and then light up the rears to get out of that corner. Pro tips. In terms of the rubber line accumulating, the races aren't long enough to find out, mate. I really don't know. I've not run like, you know, dozens and dozens of laps in one of these races because there's kind of been no point. So I haven't worked that out yet. But from what I can feel, it does seem like the rubbered in line does offer substantially more grip than being off the line. So there is that aspect. Even if it's a static baked in line, there's still a line. I will say their variable time of day stuff is very cool too. Okay, wrong gear. I really enjoy the hue of the lighting changes as they happen. I enjoy the weather changes. Like they've done that Gran Turismo thing quite well in that regard. I feel for the guys that I saw, like Rory doing the stream with the wheel like that, trying to pretend that this is fun with a wheel. Man, it takes more enthusiasm than I have, that's for sure. And that's not a diss at the game, by the way. It's just like, it's so much more fun like this when you chill with the controller, you know? Whenever I'm driving this with the wheel, the only thing I can think of is like the iRacing icon is right there. I can just click on iRacing or ACC or even AC. I can just like load up the Nordschleife server over in Europe and annoy the Germans as they're trying to do chill drift laps. I'll be there with my sweaty ass freaking GT2, sorry, my GTE, trying to set the hot lap on the freaking server. But I like hold so many top 5 records on those things because I just like get bored late at night, and at 3 AM I'm just like sweating it out in the 911 RSR, just driving the Nordschleife again and again and again. I can't wait for AC2, by the way, so I'm sure a lot of you guys are in that boat. I can't wait to see some screenies, hear what's going on. I'm not that close with Kunos, which is funny because I love Italy and I'm there all the time and most of my friends are Italian. But Kunos don't seem to like me too much, which kind of sucks. So it'd be great to see what happens. As you can see, I'm struggling to hit this time that they want me to hit. Yeah, it's just not going to happen. So Mid-Ohio is one of the more difficult ones. Also, because my tuning isn't quite right as well. So more rear sway bar, slightly longer gears. That'll do it. And a different car, really. Almeida, yeah, I'm waiting for Codemasters WRC. That looks really good. That blindsided me. I wasn't expecting an Unreal Engine 5 rally game this year. So I don't have anyone at Codemasters though. Is it Codemasters or EA? I guess it's one and the same now. I don't really know anyone there, so I don't think I'm going to get the early access to that one like I did with this, unfortunately. Which sucks, because rally is what got me into motorsport, so I would love to feature that one. Wrong thing, Omen. Rear sway bar. Like, it's crazy to me how much I'm having to turn this up. I'm kind of afraid that I'll just be drifting everywhere, so maybe do that, keep it easy. And then a little bit more towards speed. So 4.15 to, let's say 3.95. Make it happen. Sure. Watch as I get in every way slower. Any chance the wheel issues were due to settings? It's unlikely. I have a direct drive wheel. I have multiple direct drive wheelbases. Like, it's a pretty good rig, and I was tuning it every which way. This is compared to AC and ACC, where I just turn up the strength and it feels amazing, you know? Anywho's, more drifting. I'm going to start a little bit closer to the front of it. You know what? I'm going to start weighing the rear guys, so I have like plausible deniability when I place really poorly, because I'm just not going to win this. I'm not going to win at Mid-Ohio in this car. In a GT3, yes. In a 911, no problems, mate. We've got some sexy blue cars here. They're Tiranas as well. Where do they get off having a good paint job? Bit of a weird rolling start, you know, it's like the AI can't quite work out what they want to do before it happens. But you get some cool lighting conditions like this, like the way it bounces the light off the road. The techniques they're doing for lighting are very good in certain circumstances. AI get very, very aggressive. That little thing, it's like a little RC car, it's so cute. I would be terrified driving that in a race. So while these guys duke it out and kill one another, I'm just gonna maneuver in to steal the show. But as you can see, this is not the right vehicle for this track at all. Not even in the slightest. We might just do some bumper cars. The strongest wins. You know how it works. Law of the jungle, baby. Gonna turn this broadcast into Tate's speech or something. Alright, here we go. Alright, car actually feels a lot better since that setup adjustment. I'll say that now that I'm actually got some free road in front of me. I think I need to adjust the brakes to be more rear biased in this car as well. Because it's when I'm trying to trail brake in, there's no trail brake. Look at that lighting change. How sick is that? So they're the things I really enjoy. That's what I enjoyed in GT7, and Forza's done it really well too. See, the lighting got flat moshed out. Then no, don't fly off the track, please. You're driving a school bus, Ermin. Pay attention to the school bus. Get the school bus on the podium, Ermin. Beam is indeed the best car game ever made. I think everybody can agree. Every fanboy of everything agrees the Beam and G is like the best thing that virtual motorsport has ever seen. It's just clearly the case now, you know? It's just the coolest damn thing ever. And the developers are such awesome people. I've spoken to so many of them, and they're all just cool in their own ways. They just love what they're doing. Like, they truly love cars, and that comes through in their game. Look at that. I'm like getting the lines down now. And just as I learn this car and track combo, it's going to be like, you're done. Welcome to the new events. Oh, look at that. Cutting the track. Working out the track limits. Let's go, baby. Oh, that lighting change. Look at those God rays. It's all happening here. This looks as good as the Assetto Corsa looked 5 years ago. You know? That's high praise.
3 to go.
It's kind of unfair, you know? It's kind of unfair what they've done to Assetto Corsa 1. Now everyone's screwed. Like, these guys making these, you know, quote-unquote next-gen racing games. Kunos making AC2. It's like, could you imagine trying to compete with AC1? And everyone's like, well, you're the developers. You're going to make it look better. Like, will they? Will they? Can they? That game's been like a decade in development after it got developed. I'd be terrified, man, if I had to follow that up. If I had a product that good. I mean, good thing Marco's already rich. But it's like, you know? Ah, we're getting it now, aren't we? You can use the curbs a bit on the exits. They've made the curbs not fully curb of death. It's only curb of death if you apply load to the tires on the curbs. Whoa. Almost experienced it then, actually. Yeah, okay, I'm getting it now. But yeah, as you can see, the AI is a lot quicker on this track, and this car is just no good for it. So it looks like I'm stuck at 8th of all things. Thought I wouldn't be that terrible. But I promise I'm driving just as hard as I was at Watkins Glen a moment ago, so the difficulty is quite variable. Man, this guy must be so irritated with me right now. I just blitz him on the straights. That'd suck so bad being him. Okay, the rally line is legit for some reason. No, this is the best I can manage, is just clambering to 8th. Wow. Crazy. I swear the ground is changing as we get our tires over the grass. I feel like they've incorporated something like that, some kind of like persistent terrain damage. Or lawn mowing, in more technical terms. I just don't know what gear to use there. I feel like if I went for the transmission one up from this, I'd have a sequential, and I wouldn't be losing any power between shifts. Not that that would save me here necessarily. I just don't have the speed and or skill. I'm pretty ready to move on to that next class with the slightly higher class cars, to be honest with you. The Tirana's been fun for a while, but I would like something that can turn. Luckily for us, this is our last lap, so I get to check chat a little bit after this, chill. Might make another tea, actually. Give you guys a chance to, I don't know, do whatever you need to do, given whatever time of day it is, wherever in the world you are. It's the cool thing about streaming. Everyone's from everywhere. And it brings us all together in our appreciation of how BeamNG is the best racing sim of all time. All right.
Good work out there.
Patrick, I've already tried it with a wheel. I'm not going to do it on the stream, I'm afraid. It's I'll have a video explaining my full thoughts on it. Probably sometime late tomorrow here in Australia. It's not worth it. In short. Catching up on some of your comments here. Hey Pavka, game feels great on the gamepad. Really, like, my favorite gamepad racer ever. They've really dialed it in for that crowd, so really good. Like, if I'm ever just wanting to chill in the background a bit and just enjoy the racing without the sweatiness, yeah, this will be my main game for it. Look at that. You get large ermine, large tired ermine. Man, I look more tired than I feel. Or do I feel this tired? Anyway, hey, the chat works. Guys, like, I took 2 years away from streaming, and I gave them time to fix all of these damn overlays and, you know, this crap over there. Because it wasn't working last time, so I just kind of left it. I rage quit streaming, and now I come back and everything's great. I think buying a 4090 helps. You pretty much, nothing can tax the damn thing, so I can just throw everything at the stream, and here we are. Hey Todd, how you doing? Good morning to you, actually. California, you'd be really early there right now. Good to see you again. It's been a long time. Support for ultra-wide monitors? I don't know. It supports my 4K TV, which is nice, but I don't know. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't, but I'm not the guy to answer that right now, I'm afraid. Anyway, I'm going to make myself another tea. Seems like the thing to do, and I will join you guys for... Before I forget... I'm going to give you guys a nice little replay of our slow boat. Look at that lighting condition. That looks great, doesn't it? You know, sometimes it looks great, and then you see this and you're like, what? And you see that and you're like, eh? And you see that and you're like, what the hell? So it just depends what angle you're looking at the damn panel from. It's weird. Oh, you're very welcome for the systematic mixing guide. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. We've circumvented, well, not circumvented, we've circumnavigated a lot of topics in our time. Sim racing happening to be one of them, and audio engineering production to be another. It's been a colorful life. Hey, we got the classic Forza wing. Could you imagine this car with just the cheesy Forza wing add-on? It'd be the tackiest thing ever. Alright. I'll see you folks in 5 minutes. Enjoy the replay. The dash thing will actually remove itself in time. But I don't know why it's flickering so much. It wasn't last time I was playing. Anyway, that's something for 5 minute in the future I'm meant to talk about. Cheers. Oh, too hot. Guys, I want to tell you something before we move on. So, in the time where I took a break from this channel, basically, when I took a break from sim racing as a whole, I started a new channel because I seem addicted to this, I don't know, this platform, if you will. So I missed the days where this was a gaming channel. This actually rose to prominence by featuring a game called Wolfson Lords of Mayhem, if any of you remember those days. So I kind of missed covering general, really just no sweat, easy content like that. I started a new channel and it's gone absolutely ballistic. We've been featuring Armored Core 6, Remnant 2, more recently Witchfire, and soon I'm going to be doing Lords of the Fallen, maybe even Cyberpunk. That's actually where I've been active all of this time, that and the business and the audio industry. So if you want to, I guess, stay in touch with me more frequently, I welcome you to go to the new channel. It's actually in the pinned comment in the chat. It's called Erms Plays. So I hope to see you there. I hope you join us as a sub as well. These things are always a grind, but honestly, I couldn't have hoped for a better first month. That channel has been going, just some of the videos are done way better than I ever expected. So I hope to see you guys there. And I've been having a lot of fun creating that content. I've really found my passion for content creation again. So anyway, back to this. Wait, don't tell me that we're not done yet. How many races am I going to have to grind out here? So, as you guys can see, that's what I was referring to with my video. Perhaps. Always more tires, gents. If there's anything this car needs, it's more grip. There's no such thing as too much grip on this car. So I'm going to see if I can... Yep, more handling. Transmission, maybe. Diff is... See, you're always kind of like... You've only got so many car points. I've got 50, and I have so many things I need to add to this car, like the corny-ass wing here, which... Sadly, I don't have anywhere near the CP for. Because I think the tires are going to do it. Hey, Jeremy. How you doing? It's been ages. Yeah, I've been mirroring all my content on Rumble, but it hasn't really caught on too much. I have to talk to one of the guys there and make sure that they feature the new review video. I think their community is going to want to see it. So after the stream, you've reminded me I have to talk to the Rumble folks. Believe it or not, in Rumble you get to speak to human beings. It isn't all just like guys in a call center in Mumbai going, "We know it's hard. We value our content creators. Just go away and don't bother us with your questions anymore. We'll remonetize your channel when we feel like it. When the Liberal Party tells us to." Alright, cool. Anyway, so what do we got? More in the back? More handling. Let's do it. Fat tires. There's a reason these cars always had fat tires on them. Yeah, I couldn't believe that I had Jeremy Clarkson narrating one of the old ones, but I think that era of motorsport is gone now. You know that, right? Because I think I'm learning it slowly. People didn't really get into cars through the same things that we did anymore. I think it's all F1 Drive to Survive now. And then everybody else doesn't care about driving as an art form. They just want cars that drive themselves. So this entire thing is just, you know, it's on its way out in a strange way.
Virginia International Raceway hasn't changed.
Muya! Wow, we've got royalty here. Hot damn. You enjoying my stream with like 40 viewers if I'm lucky? I have no idea how many people are viewing, by the way. I'm just going easy. It's easier this way. I feel less self-conscious. Hope you're doing good, man. I hope things are nice in Italia right now. So, it appears we have one more race in this fine car. I might even do even more rear wing. So where's Carmighty, Muya? He was like, Forza Ermin, Forza got me into motorsport. You know, I can't wait to see it. Where are you, mate? I'm streaming it for him. This is for him. It's like his birthday. I don't know when his birthday is, but this is his birthday present for whenever it is. So I have to buy him one when I go to Croatia. Do I need to tune anything else? No, we're good. Is this VIR? This is VIR. That's sick. I love this track. All right, let's go. Yeah, I really picked the right time to do big sticky tires because VIR it's a grip track. Wait, is this full track? Whoa, I may need to extend my gears, gents. I might be maxed out. I think my gear ratios are too short. All right, she's definitely got a lot more grip with this tire compound. Wow, okay. I wasn't expecting to survive that, so I definitely need to lengthen the gears. Oh yeah. Thank you, Tony. I am an audio engineer, so I would hope at the very least I could do that. Yeah, it sounds about right. Yeah. That dude's always up to some new shenanigans. He's the only person I know that can turn a holiday into an absolute nightmare for himself. It's like a trip to the damn gulags or something. It's like the dude has a hard-on for just destroying his own life. Much love if you're here, by the way, Mighty. I hope we get to meet in person one day, that'd be nice. It's not bad. It's not bad. The rear... I can't believe I'm saying this again, but I need to increase the rear sway bar. There's no road Atlanta, I'm afraid. Yes. Blind corners and lawn mowing. That is the essence of what makes all great American tracks great and American. Look at this. Look at that. Not even a track limit. What do you want, bro? Is it rally? Is it track sport? Who cares? It doesn't matter. Oh god, just turn. It doesn't turn, guys. This car doesn't turn. I was like trail braking the whole way in. Turn, you freaking... Just turn, you... God, just turn. Why won't you turn? Also, I really need to lengthen my gears. You're going to see me top out really quickly right here. It's going to be really kind of sad to watch. My kingdom for 6th gear, please. Just one more gear. Actually, it's not bad. I'm still gaining speed. And look at that, guys. I didn't even need to upgrade the brakes. Just more tires, you know? Tires are brakes, right? You can quote me on that. Nah, it's fine. It's not a track limit. Go away. I love this track, man. Ever since I first saw it in R Factor and I just saw guys racing, I'm like, what the hell is that? And I look it up and suddenly we have all these great versions of it. Ever since, did iRacing updated it? Didn't they? Or is it still the one with the tree? Is the exploded tree still here in iRacing? I'm gonna complete this second lap and then just like change my gear ratio very quickly because I'm so far off pace right now. So I don't feel so bad about myself. I want you newer people to the stream to know that I'm driving this in the second hardest difficulty level on a gamepad, so you know. There are certain concessions one must make. No, I'm controlling it with my mind. What do you mean joystick? That's like yesteryear shit. We've got Neuralink now, man. It's got like a plug coming out of the back of my head. Straight in. Beautiful. This would be so good if my gears actually worked. This would be amazing. Oh, I did real bad then. I did real bad. Okay, so this is off-road handling. The off-road handling is pretty good. Like, it's super unforgiving. If you go onto the grass, that's it. You're just gonna be like skidding off into the parklands over there. Much like real life. Good. I'm always making excuses for being bad. Like, my entire stream is a giant excuse for me being bad. Thought you'd have caught onto that by now. Come on, man. When's the last time you've seen a controller player play with this precision? Let's go, baby. With that, hitting all the stuff. The things. I really need to lengthen my gear ratios, dear lord. Okay. So, this is going to be a really interesting race. Usually things at VIR go a lot better than this, so I feel like maybe I've overemphasized the benefits of grip and underemphasized the benefits of having an engine. So we're going to really need to be in the draft a lot for this. Okay, so we're doing yet more of this, believe it or not. One more. And then the gearing. So, man, I don't even know. It's like 360, maybe this. Guess we'll find out. Oh man, me reading chat while I'm on the track, that's... You're giving me too much credit for my driving ability. Trying to keep the mug away from the mic so you guys don't get the full ASMR experience. Jimmy, the overall physics. On the gamepad, fantastic. On the wheel, maybe not so much. You know, it's... I wouldn't call it a fully fledged sim. I guess it's squarely in what we affectionately call the simcade category. It's a hell of a simcade, you know? It's fun to drive in that capacity, for sure. Do exhaust notes sound good? No, the sound in this game is not a strong point. Behold! I'll shut up as we start. So I can enjoy it as well. Gears are a bit better. That T1 AI though. You should see some of the footage I've captured here before. Proper Destruction Derby stuff. You know what? I'm larger than these cars. I should just be bullying them. What am I doing? I'm like here driving. Why am I driving? Just smash. Oh god. Okay, apparently that strategy is not so good. So VIR is chaos, as you can see. It's always chaotic. Goof around game, I guess that's a good way of thinking about it. I mean, I guess your average casual wouldn't think of it that way, because you do need to apply some knowledge of driving to... They like to just brake on this... I don't get it. Hey, no penalty. Sick. Wow, I can take this a lot quicker than I thought. All of our lights suddenly just come on at the same time. That was hilarious. It was like street lamps or something. Man. Alright, cool. Let's see how good the gear ratios are. Yeah. So everybody else has upgraded their cars and gotten that extra power, whereas I have lagged behind with my amazing new tires. Yeah, the collision sounds are like a hilarious Hollywood B-movie car chase. It's great. And welcome to the AI. Yeah, I feel like I've overlooked this car's ability to generate horsepower. Man, that was a really quick day to night transition. I'm not sure I've ever raced VIR at nighttime before. I feel like this car just has really been lacking the agility for many of these tracks since the very beginning. This is what I get for picking a Tirana. I swear, when we get through this campaign and we move on to when we finally get access to the next car, it's going to be a Ferrari or something really nimble. And equally homicidal, but nimble. Nimble and homicidal. Of all tracks I didn't expect to push my gear ratios. Not again, Omen. Not again. You're not in a GT3. I keep thinking the brake marker is the same for like a 911 GT3. It's just not. More accessible Assetto Corsa is actually a really good way to characterize this game, yeah. Yeah, the clouds, they're pretty and they're, you know, they're procedurally generated. So, you know, there's a thing there. It's a thing. I will say that tracks like this are where the precision of a wheel can help sometimes, but for the most part it's okay once you learn it. Look at that. Pinpoint, mate. Once again, I find myself lagging behind the rest, so normally when I upgrade a car, it tends to just smash the rest, but I think what I've done here is I've become a little too obsessed with its handling at the expense of its ability to actually generate power. But the cool thing, as you can see, is once the AI is spread out, they can actually race. Like, it's legitimately impressive. I've never owned a big V8 brick personally. I'm a JDM weeb. So what suits my driving is something like a GTO twin turbo, which I got in one of the other leagues just before this, off camera unfortunately. But that was very fun. I keep doing this. I keep thinking I'm in a GT3. Actually, it wasn't too bad. I'm just squarely a midfield driver now. That's me. I'm an Albon. No matter how hard I try, I can't catch the front of the field. What have I done to this car, gents? I've massacred it. Massacred my boy. I can't believe I can brake later there. It just seems unnatural to me. Okay, I forgot to show you guys some of the other views. So this is cockpit view, my apologies. I wouldn't recommend it personally, especially not with the gamepad, it looks kind of disconcerting. Also, I don't know, it just doesn't really jive with me all that much. Plus the lack of proximity arrows and the fact that the proximity arrows aren't that great when you do use them. I don't know, just not my thing. Man, I'm wrangling this thing around here as fast as I can, but it's just, I'm getting smoked by this AI. So maybe, if I don't manage to sort things out with the next car, I might have to drop it down a difficulty level. But interestingly enough, you saw me smoke these guys on Watkins Glen, driving much the same way, so it's one of those things where the difficulty feels uneven to me, personally. You may agree, you may disagree when you get your hands on the game, but yeah, it's super, super patchy in a way. That was bad. I'm like, I just break out the rear end and it'll be fine, and it wasn't. Even the little cars are faster than me now. Why do you want to change the bloody steering wheel? I feel like I've missed something in the conversation. I would like for it to, you know, handle well with my actual steering wheel. That'd be awesome. That'd be fun. I feel like all these subscribers are joining us from the review video rather than the stream, which is cool. I'm not complaining. The review video was kind of the piece de resistance. For the love of God, I hope that's the end of this cup, and I hope it unlocks the next one, because I'm so done with this car. I didn't even win.
We finished P7.
I got owned so hard in the end there, I didn't even win. Damn it. I really messed up with my tune there. It's quite impressive. Thanks, Jeremy. Take it easy, mate. Yes, I'm driving with a controller. It does support my steering wheel, but it's not worth driving with the steering wheel. A lot more fun with the controller. I'll take it. Considering this was the second highest difficulty, could be worse. Could have been better though. Well, depends what you consider pre-release. I mean, oh, thank God it's over. So, I mean, maybe this still counts as a pre-release version? Like, I don't know when the game is going into early access for everyone. But yeah, the AI have been pretty wild. Finally, guys, classic... No, not classic sport, that sucked, that was what we just did. Exotic speed! At the Indianapolis GP, a track I don't know whatsoever. It's gonna be awesome. Let's do it.
The term supercar was coined for the rarest automotive species. Prestigious exotics, built in limited production runs by manufacturers with legendary racing pedigrees. Their sole purpose was to realize the pinnacle of extreme speed. Now, they're about to be built into something even more ferocious. Then piloted by drivers who understand that a car with this wilder potential can never be tamed, only respected.
I didn't realize it was going into early access this early. I didn't realize the guys had actually given us a review copy. Like, they lifted the embargo just as everybody was getting, oh, these are some good cars. Oh, finally. Porsche? Ah, that thing. Yeah. Oh, NSX-ARU. It's gonna have to be the Testarossa, man. Like, come on. This thing isn't really a car. It doesn't drive. Like, this thing is like a suicide booth on wheels. So, no. That's interesting because it's more modern. It may actually be good just because it's from 2002. So it might actually shift correctly. That's brilliant, but it won't be fast enough. I'm tired of not being in a fast car. The Testarossa, I don't know. See, the points aren't as good as the Lotus. What do you guys... I'm going to leave it up for chat, actually. I want you guys to vote. Do we take the Testarossa or the Lotus Esprit V8? Your call. Let's go. Let's take a poll. Why would they get Chris Harris to do the voiceover? Mate, you could get me to do it. Nah, honestly though, you get Super GT to do it. Wow, a lot of Lotus. Also, there's a lot of lag on the stream, guys, so that explains to me why. That explains to me why I'm like, I'm talking to these guys, why aren't they responding? You're responding, I'm just not seeing it. Cool. Oh, it's almost like a tie between the Ferrari and the Lotus, isn't it? Oh, there's a lot more as the Lotus is coming through. Oh, I don't want to disappoint anyone because I love both, you know what I mean? I feel like the Lotus will give us a more unfair advantage, which I feel I'll need because it's a newer car. But everybody wants to hear how bad the TR sounds. It's so annoying because you can't try both, you know? You can't just do one then the other. How about this? How about this? We'll try the Testarossa. We'll do the Testarossa, and then if it's bad, if it kind of sucks and I just can't do anything with it, I'll back out of the series because I have cash. I'm cashed up now. I've been grinding this like a no-lifer. And then we'll go to the Lotus, all right? So we'll do this for the sound. If it's great, then awesome. But if not, we'll come back for the Lotus. Martin, if you bought a wheel to play this game, I got some bad news for you, man. I got some bad news. There's only one color you can... Oh, well, okay. 2 colors you can have a Ferrari in, but it's going to have to be the red. Come on. The force feedback, Derek, on the controller, really good. Wait, what was the... Oh, I don't know this track at all, so this is going to be amazing. Okay, what's this car lacking? Show me. Show me what I'm lacking. Handling, not speed. A Ferrari? A Ferrari lacking handling? No. Ah. Guess what I can't buy? Tires. Gotta level my car up. Gee whiz. Better give it more power, because clearly that's what I need. Bro, just let me do something. What? Can I just... My friend, just... Really? What an absolute dick move. Like, I'm just in between mods. Brakes? I can't even do brakes by 50 points. You absolute dicks. You absolute dicks. I mean, like, roll cage? Maybe, like, body rigidity is a thing? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the level system, guys. I'll square with you. It's not... It feels irritating more than anything. It's meant to be satisfying, like you connect with the car, but to me it's like, there are things it needs, and I can't give them those things even though I've grinded the credits.
The Indy Grand Prix circuit is almost entirely flat, so always keep your eyes focused far down the track, because passing opportunities will happen in some unexpected places.
Oh baby, I'll pass everywhere. Don't worry, every opportunity is a passing opportunity. This is not gonna handle. I can just see it. I can feel it already. Alright, let's go. Yeah, this is level 1 on the car, Bob, so this is as little tuning as you'll be able to do from the very beginning. The sound. Authentic. Let you enjoy it. I don't know this track at all. I can almost feel the heel and toe through my controller. Oh my god. This car is, as the kids say these days, problematic. On throttle, massive understeer. I've seen the... Whoop. Almost missed my breakpoint. I've seen the Sean Edwards run in the VLN. It was amazing. He was an amazing driver. Absolute tragedy. I don't remember. Okay. Okay, cool. These infield areas, man, they're so just arbitrary. Once again, the car just, it sort of doesn't want to turn, as you can probably see. So we're going to start where the sway bar is going to be my friend, and I'm going to actually get to turn down the difficulty level. Or maybe we can take a poll after the practice session, and you guys can tell me whether we keep this and do the cup with this, or we go back and buy the Lotus with that lighting change. I'm a slave to public opinion, guys. Oh god, okay. Okay, alright, cool. Okay, that's the thing. Wow, okay. I feel like myself in this car may not get along until several $100,000 worth of mods are put under the hood. Just that feeling I get. Yes, the Testarossa is not handling all that wonderfully. Some cars do though, mind you. We've just had some bad luck tonight, that's all. Also, I'm kind of losing my attention, so definitely a lot of this is me too. Don't get me wrong. It's the on-throttle understeer is insane in this car. Crazy. So I'm gonna have to just point and shoot drive it. Just turn, for the love of God, turn. She just won't turn. Second gear kind of feels like fifth. You're like bogged down in the gears, just going. Blah, blah. I mean, no, the time is terrible. Oh my god, the time. I am so far off. I'm so far off. Guys, I can't do this. I can't do this. We're buying the Lotus. We're buying the Lotus. I could use both of those things, Todd. It's quite handy. It is very much understeering, which is strange for that car to be doing, but let's restart the series. Bye. Let's buy ourselves a Lotus. We've seen this before. Lotus, 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 Lotus. Oh, NSX Aru. I bet it has no power, but the driving was just like, you know? I'll have to do it. Like, if the Lotus sucks, I'm gonna have to just NSX Aru. That Ferrari did not drift, my friend. Trust me. It did not want to drift. So here we are, Lotus. I'm gonna break it up a bit with a different paint scheme. Purple. I haven't had a nice blue car in it. What about this, like, off green? I kind of like the off green. Reminds me of the colors I would get my GTO in. Just let me see another profile of the car, please. Just, yeah, understated, you know? The silver's not bad. It's not even a silver, it's like a light baby blue metallic. Yeah, the materials, models, and textures, there's, you know, it's a shame, because it could look great, but it does not. I like the green fits, the green fits. You don't get to see the materials issues so much with the green. It sucks in all the light. Alright, Lotus. Here we go. Does this car have handling? It has more handling than the other one did, so that's good. How about brakes on this one? Yeah, why don't I start my life with some brakes for once, gents? What do you think? What do you think? Braking? Braking or... Ooh, that's really giving me a lot more power, you know? Power's good. We like power. That's a lot of power. Power's good. Power. Channeling my inner Clarkson here. .30 update? I'm not sure what you're referring to, David. Weight reduction, Philip, is not unlocked until car level 20, which will be well after this cup finishes.
The 4 turns
Welcome to
following
Forza.
the super fast back straight make up a demanding technical sequence where you should use all of the blue and white curbing.
I will use all the curbing I need, lady, because I am not good at this game. Well, I'd have to lower the difficulty. Here we go. Yes! Yes, I should really pin this as a comment, or like get a moderator in here to like just copy paste. I've tested this with a wheel extensively. It's no bueno for me. It's a lot more fun with one of these. So we're here with a controller. Ooh, turbo. Oh yeah, listen to that. Oh, guys, it turns. Holy crap, man. I have a car that turns. Oh man, all right, okay. As the turbo, it makes little horsey noises. I want to hear more horsey. Yeah, maximum horsey right there. I had to work out my brake markers. I have no idea how to drive this track. 150 maybe? Horsey! Alright, I can live with this. Now I just gotta learn the damn track. Maybe that. Oh god. It brakes. It can like, it moves like an automobile. It feels like it was made to be driven by a human. Right. Well, the lap timer wants me to do is like 2 seconds quicker, so that tells me the car is going to be a lot quicker. What was this again? 150? I'm going to try 150. It was not 150. Alright, so it's closer to 200. It's fine. That's part of the infield section. Okay, so that one's 200. This one is between third and second gear, somehow. This, I think, is 150, though. Okay, that's 150, great. She's still pretty heavy, but man, compared to the Testarossa, it's, all G. Ugh, my driving is not all G, but other than that, it's pretty all G. There are still elements of understeer here and there. I just got to learn to drive around them. These older cars have way more quirky handling than the newer machines in the game, which is exactly what you would expect. Second? Maybe? Second. It's sort of in between gears for the track. It's crazy. Alright, so this one's just before 150, maybe 180 or so. Nice, I'm getting slower. Respect. Alright, just after 200. Okay, so that was too early. So it kind of bogs down in third gear there. Whereas second, it's really in between gears. Really in between gears. Yeah, getting the gearing right is going to be really hard for this. It's easier to drive than the Testa, but man, it's not easy. That's for sure. I'm slowly working out the brake markers. Somehow I feel like an Indy track is not the place to bring a road car, a stock road car, you know? All right, here we go. Just before 150 should do it. Last lap. Yeah, it's just before 150. Cool. Down a gear, you got to do it in second. And up. And then I think for this, you have to do it in third. But I hit the brakes too early. And it just doesn't turn. And then at 150. And now I'm still behind. Jeez. That's crazy, man. It's crazy, chat. It's crazy. At least one delta is positive. I'll take it. I'll take it while I can see it. Just before 100. I could have sworn that worked better last time. Oh no. It still kind of won't turn, you know? It's like, it's a very interesting, also I'll put it this way, it's a very interesting place to begin racing a road car. That is unbelievably difficult. Unbelievably. This is the new game, Pancake. For better or worse. Wally, what's that? Yeah, the NSX may have been the one car that actually handled somewhat like you'd expect a car to handle, but here's what we have. So this is the last weapon in my toolkit. I have to lower the difficulty. So we've been racing on 7, which honestly is probably too much for a gamepad. But for the wheel and for a really well-tuned car on a wheel, you can do 8. I've done 8 a few times in GT3s, it was fine. But for the gamepad, I think 6 probably is more comfortable, especially on a car like this that I simply don't know how to drive. So maybe I'll be able to adjust something? Huh. Wishful thinking. Okay. So there we go. Midfield. It encourages you to drive well as much as any racing game does. How it does that, though, is its own take on driving. You know, the driving models, the fidelity changes from car to car. Some feel a lot better than others. Some feel like they respond to your inputs a lot better than others. You know, 500 cars, you're not really going to tune them all immaculately. That's one of the drawbacks of having this amount of content. Ooh, NSX-R2 in front of me. So this is why I didn't want one. Look how quickly I overtake it with that beautiful Rothmans livery. Okay, so I have the power, but I don't have the anything else. Oh yeah, that Forza AI though. Oh, it's a Testarossa. He's angry at me for ditching his people. So you can see the jump from 6 to 7 difficulty. Oh my god, no, not on the grass. That's not what I need. So like I was saying earlier, in case you didn't catch it or you weren't part of the... What are you... The game is... There are too many things to talk about there. So the AI still has issues, as you can see. The other one is when you slide, you move laterally for way too long. So you end up stuck in this sort of a canned sideways motion. But still, horsey. I'm gonna move us to horsey view soon. Ah, that's better. I don't know how to drive like this, guys. But why do I need to drive when I can listen to that? Turbo! Draft! Jose, thank you so much. Almost made me miss my brake marker, mate. I want to get back to you as soon as I have a moment to read the chat. I'm going to get back to all of you as soon as I have a moment to read the chat, but for now, I'm just trying to survive this wonderful experience called a Lotus Esprit on the Indy GP circuit. It's a pretty crazy... So that's a good question, mate. I've actually not played with the assists at all. It was the first thing I disabled and I haven't actually turned it back on. But you know what? Just for you, in the next race, I'll turn it. You know what? I don't know this track. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn them on right now. I'm going to turn them on right now. Because I need them as much as anyone else. Yeah, give me the line, baby. Give me the full line. Let's not use those. I would recommend not using any of those. You can use TC if you're not very good at modulating your accelerator trigger finger. I would recommend leaving ABS on and then just use the suggested racing line. We'll see how good that is. Let's see. Ooh. That's nice. Seems reasonably dynamic. Oh, it wants you to stay tight through there. What do you know? Mace, you know what? This is actually helping me. As somebody who doesn't know this track very well, and who apparently should have hit the brakes when he didn't. Come on, that's technically part of the track. Don't be a dick. This was just before 150, wasn't it? Just before 150. Let's do it. The gearing is just, it's like, it's almost right, but it isn't. She wants slicks so bad. Slicks would fix like 99 of my problems. Yeah, I think it's a V8. I'm not playing with auto steering. Who said I'm playing with auto steering? I'm playing with a racing line, man. And it's actually helping. This is actually really good. There you go. Like I've caught up to these guys and I have no business catching up to them because I suck. Alright, so flat through here, that's good to know. Suspension working really well, actually. If you didn't catch that earlier, I actually prefer the way suspension feels in this game to Gran Turismo. It feels way less canned. It feels like there's actually tire flex. You can feel the suspension compressing. It kind of absorbs the bumps, you know? And that was the curbs of death. They're very slippery. We might be able to do this. Alright, just before 150. Let's go. Come on. Are you kidding me? Dude like went way off the line just to dick me. This car needs some gear ratio adjustments, big time. See, this thing where it's telling me what speed to maintain through the corner is really helping. It's a really nice dynamic driving line. You can tell that they spent a lot of their time dialing it in for these because it feels great on the gamepad. The racing line is super useful. Yeah, I'm surprised I don't know this iconic track either, but, you know, that's me. I basically spent 3 years only driving the Nordschleife, so, you know. This might actually be a bit of a battle, gents. I'm having to really bring to bear my lack of skill here and just make it happen. It's interesting though that he's not following the recommended line. He's got his own line. They did say that the AI was developed with machine learning, so it's possible that the AI just worked out better lines than what they suggest, than ideal lines.
Last lap. Let's go.
Alright, come on, Em. You can do it, baby. Let's do it just before 150. Man, how much later could that guy brake than me? Alright, at least I didn't get bogged down in low gears. Just didn't get the setup right there.
Total time penalty is about a second.
This is it. This is the only place I can do it. I've got more power than him, but that's it. 150. Let's go. Remember, guys, I need a 1 second lead on this guy to win. Because of my time penalties. Alright, remember, there's a hook turn coming up after this. At 1, I can't see the board. That's fine. I think that was okay. Can we do it? Can we do it, gents? Is it 1 second? I think it is. I think it might be. I think we have the power. Oh, sorry about that. That would have been loud.
Well done. He won.
Oh, the relief, the elation. Imagine I was doing this in a sim rig. I'd be half dead right now. Yeah, Fragger, I kind of feel that way myself. It's very hit and miss visually. Some of the scenes look phenomenal, others not so much. My screenshots are so hit and miss, the ones I collected for thumbnails. Some look like a real car, and others just look like, what is this? You know, 10 years ago, last gen thing. It's very strange. It's hard to characterize really, but it feels like they're working around limitations of the Xbox hardware is the only thing I can think of. Yeah, Racing Line is definitely legit. It helped me a lot there. Hey man, if somebody wants to donate, you know, I owe them my time at the very least. And I learned something there as well, so that was good. Glad you asked. Yeah, we'll check out the cockpit view again. I would not race in it, nor recommend it. It's not going to look very good with the controller, but it's alright. Alright, let's see. What are we going to upgrade? From what I felt then, the car, you know, just for a change, it needed grip. So I'm going to do the sway bars. Gonna increase the rear, and then tire width usually is what I do. Now I think I might be able to actually... Oh, I thought I could do the brakes. But I cannot do the brakes. Maybe I can do more tires? Hey! Hey! Wow! Well, there's my braking, you know, just get sick. How wide are these? Yeah, they're pretty good. pretty good. Normally this makes a hell of a difference to the car, and it felt pretty powerful to me, so handling from 3 to 3.2, braking improvement without even buying brakes, amazing, and nothing else improves. Perfect. Great. All right, mate. Since you asked nicely, I'll take off the racing line. Am I driving a track? Ah, I know this track. I've raced it once or twice. Eau Rouge flat. In a Lotus Esprit 2002 stock. Flat Eau Rouge. Should I? On lap 1 just to see what happens? Can't lose any more than I already have.
Here at Spa is that they laid new asphalt that added a ton more grip, which should give you the opportunity to really push the car out there.
Sure, they did. It's just you guys didn't model it. This is still old Spa, as far as I'm aware. Anyway. Ooh, that's a big rear wing. No wonder the car's cool to drive. Yeah, 4 laps of Spa. That's like a decent race length. What do we got? Okay, so I'll do this. Myself a bit of leeway. Oh, we've got to tune the car. Gonna take it a bit easier than I did with the Tirana. This may not be as in need as the Tirana was. Alright. Because you asked nicely. Where am I at? No more line. Damn. Could have really used it at Spa. I've only turned like several thousand laps here. You're welcome, Vintage. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it more on the wheel than I did, and at the very least, you can hope that they release an update to improve it. That's the best thing I can say. Horsey. Alright, needs more sway bar. Go figure, of all the tracks that are going to tell you a car needs more sway bar, it's Spa. The bus stop chicane. Yeah, I'm gonna go flat, guys, at Eau Rouge. No kidding, I'm just gonna go flat. I'm gonna see what happens. Expect a restart soon. It's not great, but it's not bad. I think adding the tire width helped a lot, but, you know, some slicks would definitely... Punos heard what I said about ACC. You mean the good things? I made a lot of good video. Oh god, I gotta do flat. You know what? I expected worse. That's pretty bad, but I expected worse. That's the crash physics, guys. See? That's what happens to your car when you crash. And a Celica or something? No, not a Celica. Anyway, what's the restart practice button? Just one there was a restart practice button. Did I miss some kink talk? What's this about maple syrup?
Spa is in an area of Belgium
You
that sees
degens.
some of the highest annual precipitation in the country.
Okay. I'm genuinely curious about where this car can place in relation to what the game wants it to do. Okay, first gear is not very useful. I mean, it's no Beam and G, right? On the upside, you can use the GT3 brake marker. If you get on the power late, you won't understeer out. It's awesome. I could have sworn there was a gravel trap there now. Just saying, if we're talking about new asphalt being laid. Alright, lifter, breaker, and then on the power. It's... Oh god, it just doesn't want to turn up there. It's not bad, it's not terrible. Yes, flat out is not going to be our thing. Driver tards, that's amazing. I wasn't around for that era of things, but that's a really good way of describing stuff. Another good way, like over these curbs, you can really feel the tire flex. So it's kind of cool that Simcades are going there now. Like I can actually feel tire flex in this more than I felt in AC. I'm not saying this is more realistic than AC. I'm not saying it's anywhere near as realistic overall as AC. I'm just saying that the certain elements of the tire model are there, whereas they aren't in the original AC. They're obviously there now in ACC, so please don't start an argument over this. I'm just saying it's cool that like things that weren't commonplace in Sims 10 years ago are now in Simcades, you know? It's cool. Whoop, downshift, nope. I don't have downforce. That wing is for show. That wing does not do anything. You know what, it's not terrible around Spa. I can definitely use a little bit more grip, and I think that grip would come in the form of aero. But, you know, being the new CarPG system, I can't actually unlock the aero until level 20, which is a long way from now. There's like a good bit of flex, there's like a, you know, there are aspects to the handling which are very cool in the gamepad. Not bad on the power. So, I think we're gonna meet the time, maybe? Hey, we did it. Alright, just one more lap and we got our race. Yeah, the downshift. Oh, look at that. So the downshift really helps at Eau Rouge in this car. Get a bit more torque going up. So I think that might actually save you some time. We'll see how we go. What's our best? 246.5. We should be able to do a bit better than that. If I brake before the curb this time, yes. Yes, sir. Stay in third. Use all the track limits. Car's feeling better. Every new update that I make to it, I think this was the correct choice. This is definitely, I hope no Italians are in here, it's definitely a better choice than the Testarossa. Track limits can really nail you there. They really don't like you doing like an F1 2020. Alright, I'm getting it, boys. This might actually be a good race. I'm gonna start near the end and just work my way up. I think it'll be fun. What do you think? What do you think of Spa in Forza Motorsport? Curbs at the very least are newer than iRacing. At least the last time I played iRacing, I don't know, maybe they've updated Spa. Ooh, third, okay. Gotta stay in third. This car is always in between gears, man. Remember when that curb, that one right there on the left, used to launch you out in ACC? Because it was so rippled and they didn't have the 5-point tire model, and you just like, the code would divide by 0, you'd lose all your grip on the outside wheels, and you just like, whoop! See you later. Those were some wild times in ACC, man. You can change the gear ratio as soon as you change the transmission, which you can only do after you level up the car. Level up the car, level up everything. Grind. Gotta grind. Gotta work for it. "90 laps at the Nordschleife." I so would if it was in the game. I like that my ultimate controller laps are still being critiqued like I'm doing an esports competition. All right, let's do this. I've been waiting for a race in this thing. Wow, look, it's got a lot of confidence in my abilities here. So let's start. What do you reckon? Let's 18th. Let's do it. Let's really challenge ourselves. There's enough. Ooh, that's a nice looking Countach. That's some really nice looking liveries out there. I should really put a livery on mine. I'm jealous now, actually. My car seems really plain. I want a Rothman's livery. Oh, I was going to spit some flames for you guys there, but it won't. Is the game good? Depends what you're after. If you're after not a sim, yes, it's very good. If you're after a sim, no. If you're happy to enjoy it, as I'm enjoying it right now, chilling with some mates on stream on a gamepad, then it's absolutely great. Yep, car's feeling pretty good. Compared to the abominations I was driving before, we've finally gotten into the groove. Okay, Eau Rouge with the AI, guys. So how's it gonna go? Okay, a lot of brakes. Ridiculous amount of brakes. I had to do it. I was gonna crash into that guy.
Total time penalty is about a second.
No regrets. Look at these guys. Oh god. No. No.
Total time penalty is about 3.5 seconds.
Oh, come on. How did I gain time there, you prick? Sort your shit out, mate. It is a very good laid-back racer. I wish the career mode was a bit more fleshed out. It looks like a bit of an afterthought, the sequence of events and the way that they're put together. It's not quite the experience, you know, the Gran Turismo is. You can tell the Cats really gets in there. He's like, no, I want this emotion at this moment exactly, and this musical key must hit at the same time that the, you know, car is beautifully unveiled in this scene. Whereas Forza's a lot more like, yeah, it's a sick car, just let him drive it, you know? It's the attention to certain details in the experience isn't quite as high. But the actual driving experience on the gamepad is sublime, honestly. It's very good. Really, really good. I just hope for the sake of all you guys that are planning to play with your wheels that they actually give us something that looks like proximity arrows. Because what we have right now, man, no bueno. Wow, we're on the podium already. There you go. See, so massive variation in difficulty. You saw how much I was struggling with Indy. And now Spa is just... Seriously? Spa is mostly a no-brainer, but I'm going to have to get a bit of a gap because I've got 3 seconds I need to make up for in terms of penalties. Come on, second gear, let's go. Let's make it happen, son. Oh, trail brake on a controller. How sick is that? And to nobody's surprise, a Lotus is leading the race. Guys, can I just reinstate again how happy I am that I'm able to stream without any technical issues? Like when I first bought this PC, AMD had just developed this weird USB issue. So my DSLR feed would just freeze and I'd be doing like, while you're watching me race, I'd be stuck mid-frame going like, it's fine. I meant to do that. So it makes the race more exciting. So I don't have to deal with tech issues. I can just enjoy myself. We can just have a nice chill stream with this damn prick that has the same BOP as me. Yeah, the future is amazing. If the future is full of 3090s, 4090s rather, I'm here for it. But now my CPU is old already. It was like It was like a supercomputer when I bought it. Now it's like, yeah, that thing's kind of crap. Kind of annoying. But really, the GPU is the main thing that matters these days, so... The video card's just crushing the stream, and hopefully you guys are enjoying the graphics. I actually can't believe the stream quality that YouTube allows these days. Compared to Twitch, it's just insane. So what I'm streaming to you guys is higher than most encoding quality on other platforms. In real time. Crazy. Crazy! Sorry, I was reading the chat there. Am I faster with the controller or wheel? It kind of depends on the circumstance. On some tracks, I was actually quicker with the gamepad. In this game. No other game, just this game. I don't know why. But in you know, under normal circumstances, I'm far quicker with a wheel. I think here at Spa, I probably would be as well. The brakes a bit too early. Messes you up when you don't go in exactly right on the controller. We'll say that much. The laps don't look as good on the controller, you know? That's the thing that bums me out personally. But you can see the variance in difficulty. They're not proving a challenge at all, so now I'd be like, okay, well maybe I need to increase the difficulty, and then maybe it'll put me back on mid-Ohio for the next race, and then out of nowhere, I'm getting my ass kicked again. Let's appreciate that lighting change in the distance though. Pretty cool, right? There are some scenes where Forza just looks fantastic, and then others where it's like potato, you know? Hey, Eau Rouge did it kind of okay. How would I compare this game over Gran Turismo? Yeah, if you're looking to play with a wheel, this wouldn't be my recommendation to you, I'm afraid. That's the easiest kind of answer I can give you. If you're looking to play with a wheel, then currently Gran Turismo is the better option. I strongly believe that. However, if you want the ultimate gamepad experience, I've not played anything better than this. Was afraid of track limits there for a sec. See, I do like these lighting scenes. Like when the ray tracing does its thing, it looks phenomenal. So it's so very hit and miss visually, you know. Now we've got that thin mist forming as the sun's setting. Beautiful. Are we going to get a lap of nighttime though? That's the question. And are my damn lights ever going to turn on and let me see the track? Honestly guys, I think it just needs a little bit of refinement work, maybe just some high quality textures for PC, and it should be right. It's just the materials need a bit of work, you know? The texturing, maybe high quality ray tracing if they combine it with the DLSS 3.5. I can see that all helping this game a lot. Okay, that was the move. That was the move. This is the lap, boys. This is the lap. Right here. Brake on the line. There we go. There we go. I should have kept braking. It feels good on the limit on the controller. You can feel it flex. You can feel it load the tires, which is a weird thing to say about a controller, but you can tell that there's a physics engine, you know, going underneath. It's not a stale and static experience, though I think I'm going to jack up the difficulty just so you guys don't watch me hot lapping by myself here. Sorry about that, by the way. I was expecting them to mount more of a challenge here at Spa, but there are some tracks they're just not as good at. Alright, I'm getting it now. See, this is the tragedy of Forza Motorsport. Just as you get into the groove of a track in a car, it moves you right along to the next one. The car's going to change, I'll have upgraded something, track's going to be completely different. Charlie, it's just a matter of not having a life for long enough. And anyone can balance anything with anything. How is that not track limits? Guys, I found your hack for multiplayer. That's where you gain or lose a second. Or gain a second, however you want to phrase it. Level 10, hell yeah. I feel like I'm playing some Korean RPG, like some Korean MMO where I grind everything. I'm not just grinding myself, I'm grinding my... Oh no. Oh no, Ermin. That's bad usually. Oh, cool. Normally the penalties are really bad there. At No Name, I believe it's called. Almost there, 1/3 of a lap, or a quarter. I'm curious what's up next. Hopefully some more Virginia International. I feel like I need to redeem myself after that horrible take in the Tirana. And that's all she wrote. Yeah, I guess I'm not just grinding myself is probably a pretty good soundbite, isn't it? Okay, before we move on to the next track, before we start tuning the car, let's appreciate our victory animation. Heck to the yeah. Well, this is going to be fun. Scene change. Guys, I want to tell you something. So you've probably noticed that, those of you who've been around for a while, that I've essentially done a half bail on the sim racing scene. So the truth is, over the last few months, I've actually started a brand new channel because I missed the days where this was a gaming channel. I missed just doing general gaming because it's way more relaxed, I guess, in a way. That channel has gone amazingly. We've featured Armored Core 6, Remnant 2, we're now doing Witchfire, Cyberpunk, we're going to do Lords of the Fallen soon. I'm still a small guy in that scene, so I can't get the review code like I can here in Forza, but I'd love to see you guys there if you're into general gaming content. That's where I'm most active right now, and I'd love to stay in touch with you there in case you haven't had enough of me on the stream. So you can find that in the pinned comment, the link. The channel is called Erms Plays. You can literally go to youtube.com/@ErmsPlays. That's it. Let's keep driving. What a plug. I just plugged my own channel. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, I've been told to play... like, everybody wants me to do roguelikes. Souls-likes and roguelites now, since I started with Remnant 2. Remnant 2 is awesome, by the way. Oh, performance points. Let's do it. Let's tune things. So I had people telling me I needed, like... handling, but I don't need handling. Transmission is always a good time. So this is going to give us a sequential, which is like so good. So good. That's all the performance you could ever really want. Sway bars are good. Maybe springs? Oh, springs and transmission, guys. That's going to make all the difference for us. That's going to be sick. Be sick. Yeah, Supercar. I've seen some of the car models. I kind of highlighted in my review video. It's a crying shame. It's very hit and miss in this game, isn't it? No, Dave, I'm never going to be a Twitch streamer. I'm too much of a PC quality elitist. I'm running like a pro audio vocal chain. You're looking at me through a DSLR, and I'm streaming at like the encoding rate that YouTube uses to encode videos. So, Twitch, no. Twitch is against my religion. Plus, that place is like a hive of degeneracy, man. I can't do it. Bathtub streams, man.
Which are one of the fastest, most famous stretches of track in all of motorsports. So don't let off the throttle.
Silverstone. All right, I hope it's the full track. I should probably pay attention before it launches. That's a nice looking car, man. I like this thing. Okay, so maybe brakes might have been a thing. On the upside, it does seem to be the full version of the track. I just, you know, if they're gonna give me GP tracks, give me a bloody race car. Let me drive a GT3, you know? Why does it always have to be a road car? I can't even upgrade the tire compound yet. Alright, I'm gonna go from 2. It's from just before the curb in this car. So the brakes definitely need to be done. Second, maybe? I need to turn up the sway bar a bit on the rear. Oh my god. She needs... Silverstone is such a brutal track on tires, man. You need... like, at least sports tires, not road tires. This is just torture. Like, it's just perpetual understeer. Okay. The ACC start. This car has 0 lateral grip. 0. So here's to hoping everybody else also has 0. Oh my god. I'm so not used to braking this much here. Yuck. This is going to be a heck of an interesting time, I think. Depending on the time I get, I might still increase the difficulty though. I don't know, maybe the AI is going to struggle as much as I am here. Oh, the brakes. Here I am, like, changing my transmission and stuff, and it's like, the car can't even stop itself. Hell yeah. Right over that sausage. Just, if it just turned a little more, that would be perfect. Okay, cool. We did okay. Okay, so that's 4th. That's definitely 4th. We've got one more lap in this. I'm going to catch the NSX Aru because he doesn't have an engine. His handling can't save him here. It's a GP circuit. But he does appear to have markedly better handling than I do. But I, unlike him, have a slipstream. Oh yeah. Man, I'm so much faster. I should have put all my points into handling. It should have all been into brakes. And if they would let me, weight reduction. Oh, dear lord. Wasn't me. Come on, Brooklands. Wow, properly getting sideways now. These turns are so brutal on road cars. Like, you can tell Silverstone is a GP circuit for a reason, you know? GT3s are like just barely good enough to race this track. Gets a bit squirrely on the high-speed turns. No, the understeer is not like GT Sport. I mean, I guess I wouldn't know. I've never played GT Sport. I've played GT7 though, and that had some understeer. The last meta... Did you guys see that? I think there's undercarriage damage. Did you guys see that? My car is effed. It's like leaning to the left now. Who'd have seen that coming? Undercarriage damage. I don't know whether to be pissed off or really impressed, you know? I think I'm impressed. I don't know if that was a bug, like I don't know if it was a glitch that was meant to happen, because I can't imagine your average Simcade player experiencing that being like, wow, that was realistic. Jeez. At least I amused myself. I'd love to replay, Eduardo, but I don't know if it'll let me. I think you can only replay the race, unfortunately. You have it on replay here on the stream. You can always go back if you want to. That was awesome. That was sick. I was really happy with that. I'm going to make it hard for myself. I'm going to increase the difficulty. I'd give you a replay if I could, guys, but I don't think it does replays of practice sessions, unfortunately. I'm going to try 21 here. Take it easy. I don't want to unsettle the car too much. It's a good point, actually. Let me see what time it is. Wow, I've been running the stream for about 3 hours. Didn't feel that way. So I'm going to need to wrap this up pretty soon, but maybe after this race, I'll jump into a race at VIR or something in GT3s. I'll just set it up in free play so you guys can see what the GT cars are like. That's a good idea. Might be a good way to end it. That's the grindy aspect of this game. By the time you've gotten through a couple of these races, it's just like your entire evening is gone. So, I don't know, maybe some people are after that experience, but for me personally, I don't know. I took a sabbatical, Tony. I started a new gaming channel. You can find it in the pinned comment up above. That's where I'm still very active, posting about general gaming content. Also on my audio production channel. I just found myself with not much to say about racing after a while. Well, well, that's the Forza AI right there. Discuss amongst yourselves, please. I'm here trying not to touch anyone. Yep, just brake on the apex, mate. Just brake on the apex. It's beautiful. No flasher button, by the way. I can't flash these guys. It feels very unnatural to me when I'm at Silverstone, you know? I'm just flashing. I'm glued to the flashes at Silverstone. Yeah, okay, it's turning a lot better since the sway bar adjustment. I remember this, it's always slower than I think it is because I have no aero. Still not bad. I might struggle to catch first, but I think we might be able to get second. if I drive consistently enough. Don't do the curb of death again. Oh man, talk about learning the hard way. Turns out the game has undercarriage damage, so it's superior to ACC in one way. We can say that much. Why am I playing in chase cam? Why indeed, my friend? You will find this out when you play the game for yourself. You know, I was actually thinking whether I should stream this on my main, like my general gaming channel where people wouldn't get upset about me being in chase cam without a wheel. Like, surely some of the sim racers will get angry about this. But I'm showing you Forza Motorsport with the intended experience, the way that it plays and looks best. And is most fun, in my opinion. Wow, if I drive consistently, I might even catch first. That's awesome. Again, this game, it just feels bloody amazing on the gamepad. Alright, now we're getting it. See, after a few laps, you kind of get in sync with the car and the track that you're driving, just in time for them to switch it out all over again. I was hoping I might get into the slipstream, but it looks not to be the case. So, wow. So if you weren't around for when I spoke about this, one of the things in the game currently is that when you break out into a slide, the car moves laterally for way too long. It just kind of drifts sideways in this nebulous, almost canned way. So one thing you want to... God damn it. One thing you want to do at all costs is avoid sliding. A bit of light scrubbing like that is okay. This is quite a challenge actually for me at 7, so 7 seems to be the place. 7 out of 8 difficulty, that is. It just... I'm impressed at how they made it feel on a gamepad. Truly, it's like the next best experience to being on my wheel. But in this game, it is the best experience. Like, going to the wheel would actually be worse. Oh, I think I got it. Look at all that ray tracing. Ah, pushed you out wide, didn't I, prick? Do we get the undercut? Yes, I think we do. All right. Had to work for that one.
3 left.
3. Sweet. It's a grind, guys. Like I told you, they make you grind. I can't see where I'm going anymore. Getting that section precise on a gamepad, not the easiest thing in the world. I struggle on a wheel at the best of times. Oh my god. And now that I know there's undercarriage damage, I'm worried about every curb I fly over. But genuinely, if this is how you enjoy playing your racing games, it's like the best way to do it. They've really nailed down their market. I can't believe they're making me do this many laps of Silverstone. Don't do it. Don't do it, Emmett. Don't do it. Don't want to blow up the car yet. So many people joining us based on that review video. It's awesome. Love seeing it out of the corner of my eye. Yeah, the Lotus is very OP on this. Thanks, Miguel. It's nice to be back, actually. Totally messed up my line there, but it's good. The recovery was nice. I'll take it. Yeah, the fact that Silverstone is very flat is what makes it so difficult for road cars. They just lack the lateral grip in order to put the power down, you know? So I can't say I'm very familiar with the Forza multiplayer experience, but maybe, I mean, Super GT is going to be your guy for that, obviously, but maybe I can do some, like, B-rate, poorly narrated races online, see what the experience is like. I'll probably race like this on a gamepad, like a complete degen, and everybody else can sort it out amongst themselves. Turns out this track is really hard at nighttime. Who'd have thought? I've actually been spending a bit of time with Steve trying to set up his vocal track for more ASMR goodness for you guys. So I'm guessing a lot of you follow Super GT's channel. I would have dial in his voice, make it extra scrumptious for you, easy to fall asleep to. Well then, so tire wear is the thing. I could feel that. You can actually see in the bottom right. Oh, you know you can't. I'm actually blocking that part of the UI. You're welcome. You can't see tire temps because of me. I just totally realized I'm in the way of that part of the UI. That is a pro move. I really like how that curb pulls you in on this part of the track on Maggots and Beckett's. So good. Though I am terrified of this track at nighttime. This is not easy, man. Like, where the hell do I brake? What's going on? That actually worked out really well, and I'm gonna just say that that was intentional. One more lap, man? Are you kidding me? Guys, I'm moving to GT3s after this. I can't do this anymore.
You got this.
I will say, for a road car, it's doing amazingly, though. Way better than I expect most to do. Nice orange hue to its headlights as well, not that it's helping me at all. I love that I was going on about how I'm streaming at some ridiculously high quality and like half the screen is just enveloped in black for you guys. Yep, intentional. Totally meant that, all of it. Weird place to get understeer. Is that going to be... Wow, my first penalty. Amazing. I swear it's getting darker. Like, I can see less somehow. You're kidding me. Man. They need more spotlights if they want us to race like this, man. Come on. So, yeah, that looks to be intentional. There's undercarriage damage, guys. In Forza Motorsport. You learned it here first. Really messes up your car too. Yeah, it's not good. I'm gonna brake nice and early for that. Oh man, I can't turn to the right anymore. Yeah. Yeah, it turns out when you mess up your suspension, that happens. Wow, okay. Yep, that's sure to help the suspension. Oof, I'm glad I did that near the end, not near the start. Jeez. Ooh, the wheel question's coming up a lot. I look forward to giving you guys my Sim Racer review tomorrow. So we're gonna move on to the GT3s now before calling it a day, I think. I can't do this grind race anymore. Indeed, I was braking the car. Okay, whew, glad that's over. Starting to sap me, guys, all this racing back to back. I didn't realize it had been 3 hours already. So, getting out of the Builders Cup, we're going to go into replay mode. Quick events, and the one and only car that I would ever want to drive. Ta-da. What haven't we done? We haven't done Kyalami. Oh, Lime Rock. Yes. In a GT3. Oh, that's going to be so sick, dude. It just doesn't make sense. It's such a small track. GT3s are ridiculous around here. But really, is it any more ridiculous than Mid-Ohio? Not really. So we'll do full. We'll do... It looks pretty good in the morning, I think, generally. We'll do random weather, though. I do like random weather. And let's do like 10 laps, man, because it's the GT3. We want to actually get the tires cooking so I can use mediums. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Max the downforce. Yeah, it's good advice, actually. No straights here. Foggy. Grello. Forza Motorsport. What more do you want for that? Beautiful. Beam and G Drive has tire thermals. It's a mod though, right? They haven't officially put it in. I look forward to them doing that. I have done Laguna Seca. It was like a weird modded version of Laguna Seca. Lime Rock is good though. Let's enjoy this. Actually, I feel like based on... I'm going to run the... Interesting. You know what? Let's do this. I'm going to do that actually, and then just bring this in right underneath. Hopefully they scale to the same level. I know, given my luck, they won't, and it's going to be like understeery as hell now. But I'm going to try this out. This was driving really well before on another track. Fuel and tire, I want to do medium. I have to do medium because there's no... So in free play, there's no practice session. You have to just jump into the race. So I have to pray. Now, I don't know what fuel load will actually get me through 10 laps of Lime Rock. I'm going to guess maybe 35%, probably less. But we'll see. I could probably even use softs. Like 10 laps of this track isn't a lot, you know? Let's see. Should be fun. This is definitely a gateway drug for casuals. 100%. Grello! If only we had the Nordschleifer, gents. I'll do a Nordschleifer stream when they release it next year. Ah, GT3! Yes! What do you... Oh, it's the Forza AI, right? Oh my god, bro. What do you... Why? Why'd you have to do that? Yeah, feels good. You noticing the V8 supercars in front of me? Like, in the same class? Oh! Gents, I messed up. So, what this game does right now, I don't know why, it doesn't take your global difficulty setting. So, it put the difficulty back to 1, which is... No, we don't want that. 7's probably way too hard for me right now, but I'll try it anyway. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do it. I'm gonna get smashed. I'll take a pit if they smash me up, which I definitely will. I'm thinking I gotta get going, man, so I actually get this physics review done for you guys on time. Whoop! Whoop! Forza AI, ladies and gents. You know, I've never driven this track in GT3s before. It's always been like MX-5 Cups or like some kind of front-wheel drive Cup cars or something. It seems ridiculous to me to drive GT3s through here, which is why we're doing it. Wow, that was awesome. That felt really good.
Total time penalty is about a
Oh, just relax, bro. Oh, we're doing the full. We're not doing the chicane. Oh, man. I'd hoped that we'd get the turn off. Jesus, mate. We're good. It's fine. Nothing happened. I'm trying to work out which layout it gave me here. Like, what turn do I take? All right. Flat. Flat. Not flat. It's not flat. No, damn it. Well, that's the damage in Forza Motorsport. Let's see what the pits are like, since we're here. What do you... Have I submitted it? I have, right? I've submitted it, right? Have I... I've done it, right? I've chosen my repairs, right? Right? Thanks, Tara. It's good to be back as well. Have I... I've submitted... Are they repairing my car or not? Did I do something wrong? Do I... Is this a bug? Guys, is this a bug or did I... So, this is the pit menu. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay. This feels like an opportune moment to tell you all that while I've been absent from the sim racing space, I've actually started a brand new general gaming channel to take it back to the old days of this channel when we still did general gaming content. It's gone really well. We've featured Remnant 2, Witchfire, Armored Core 6. It's gone absolutely off. Channel is skyrocketing. I would love to see you guys there. If you like general gaming content, that's where I'm most active. I'm going to reboot this game. And then we're going to try this again, maybe in Virginia International. And I'm never going to pit again because I'll show you. We're still here. Our 10-second pit. I'm gonna alter for this one, boys, because I can't. No. Okay. I can change views, guys. I'm changing the camera. I can change the camera, but nothing else at all. I'm gonna alter for. Look at my background. How sick is that Corvette? All right. So. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Well, yeah, that was a pit stop experience, I guess. Try not to get damaged. That's your lesson from that. Okay, so free play, we'll set this up again, except I might do VIR, I think it's a bit easier. Lime Rock is cool with lower powered cars, but I lacked the fidelity on the gamepad to really control the GT3 there properly. Why is it flickering? Why is my screen flickering now? Whatever, we'll work it out. So, I guess Barcelona, Watkins Glen we did earlier. Oh, Road America. We got to do Road America. Wait, come on, man. Come on. We'll do Road America, man. 10 laps, let's go. Oh, what a track. Come on. Built from the ground up, yep. Half built from the ground up. Okay, as long as it doesn't rain, I'll take it. I was hoping for a bit more sunshine, but...
Some curbs here at Road America have an uneven construction that produces a serious rumble effect that can unsettle the car on acceleration if you use too much exit curb.
I'm gonna take this back, because Road America... No. Is a power circuit. And what a power circuit it is. I love this track, man. That looks good here too. It's where I've taken all my screenies. Do medium? 10 laps? Yeah, we'll do medium. Do 40%, I guess. Maybe that'll be enough. I just don't want to run out of fuel, but I don't know what that means in this game. So difficulty, we'll do 7 again, which is going to be pretty bloody hard. All right. You saw nothing. You saw nothing. This is built from the ground up. 1.0 release. Okay. I'm getting warning messages from the game up there now. I don't know what's happening, but... No, Road America, there's no underfloor damage here, I don't think. Whoa, that AI though. Okay, well they've given me almost the podium. The podium's within reach very quickly. Oh guys, GT3. It feels so good compared to the road cars, man. I'm trying to get my brain used to it. It's like, I can turn, and the shifts are instantaneous. It's so good. Okay, I drifted. That's not very GT3-like, but whatever. So, to nobody's surprise, the Beamers are a lot quicker than me. This is going to be an issue. My 911 doesn't have the straight line for this. Ooh, almost messed up. Okay, I'm way better at turning than they are, though. The Porsche almost sounds like a Porsche. I think that's the most positive thing I've said about Forza's sound, ever. I think this might need a differential adjustment. They're so much quicker than me on the straights, it's hilarious. Alright, I'm gonna try and flat out. This should be flat out in a GT. No, it's a bit of a lift. Ooh, look at that variable time of day though. That's pretty. That curb spat me out. Guys, this is hectic. I'm having to actually like pay attention. So this is the second hardest difficulty in the game. You guys maybe remember this track? You think it has special significance to this channel? Over 4 million views that video now has. The F1 car versus everything. Still can't believe it to this day. I don't know what it was about that video that hit it off, but I've always had a fondness for this track ever since. Yeah, handling-wise, a GT3 shouldn't be skidding like that. Whether or not I have the power to actually catch these guys, I don't know. Really gets rustled around by the rough curbing. Of all things I never drive around Road America, GT3s are one of them. It's normally like crazy stuff like Formula 1 cars, Indies, prototypes, or just like crappy cup cars, but never GT3s. I blame ACC for not including it, otherwise I'd be driving it all the time. Well, I've not fallen behind as much as I thought I would under the circumstances. It spat me out. It spat me out. Oh, that was rough. That was scary. I dare not look at the chat. I know that's like the end of my race if I do. Oh, a guy went off. That's my chance. Wait, what was that? Damage? Really? That counted as off track? Come on, man.
Total time penalty is about half a second.
The skidding GT3s is an interesting touch. Forza's always been drifty. That makes a lot of sense. It's still drifty. Road America is made for everything, my friend. There's nothing that it's not made for. You could run NASCAR through here, it'd be beautiful. I need to not... My car is too lowered for this track. That I can tell you for a fact. My GT3 is drifting. Wait, that's a freaking GTE car. No wonder it's quicker. That's a freaking GTE. They threw a it's a freaking GTE car racing me. Oh, there's the lateral movement again. I'm racing GTEs. Why, Forza? Why do you hate me so? Alright, slowly getting it. I don't think I can catch a GTE car in this, guys. At least not on a gamepad. I don't have the power, as it were. But it's going to make for an interesting race. I mean, we're in here for a few laps, so at least I'm keeping up with them, sort of. It's just a complete lack of power on the straights. This should be the quickest lap so far? Maybe? Yes, by far. Still not helping me much, though. Second board, I think? Man, once you get into the flow of Road America, it's like any great American circuit, man, like Sebring, same thing. You get into the flow and it's just godlike. Alright, the key here was, okay, third gear, cool. And brake on time. But my car just doesn't have the speed. Maybe I should have like lowered the aero way more. Yeah, Matt, if I get the podium, I'll be super happy with this, actually. I mean, considering I'm racing cars that are outside of my racing class, that's pretty good. And they're so slow through there. Alright, starting to feel good now. The only time you're going to see a Grello race at Road America from chase cam perspective. I don't know why I overshot that. Gents, let me know if rebooting the stream has helped at all. I've just stopped and restarted, so we'll see how we go. There had to be some technical issue on YouTube, didn't there? Back? My apologies. Had no control over that, actually. Okay, good. Alright, well, you may have missed a lap or two, but we're back now. It's a good thing I managed to quickly check the chat, because I was really engrossed in this darned race. Awesome! Welcome back. Welcome back. Alright, if it happens again, let me know, and I'll reboot the... Back to it! Just immediately. Not a moment to lose. Oh, this is a hard race. So I was just celebrating earlier how this was the first stream I ever ran with no technical issues, and a part of me knew that'd be like premature celebration. That's right, modulate the throttle, Omen. Oh, I'm starting to learn it on the gamepad. It's really hard to do, like its own skill. I'm on the podium, but I'm losing the leaders. Gotta get them on the turns, baby. I wish I could just stop it from drifting. Drifting, you lose so much time. Yeah, well, the thing with the high quality is I think I might be streaming at too high a bitrate. YouTube was actually warning me earlier, which is funny because on one of their pages they recommend streaming at the bitrate I'm streaming at, which is very, very high, mind you. So I'll just lower it, and everyone should be happy. Now, Mr. GTE here has just overtaken me again. No, mate. No. No means no. Don't make me get my rape whistle. Alright. 2 GTEs behind me. I'm playing on a gamepad because it's more fun this way. And almost as fast. Trust me, I spent a week with this game prior to release. Wheel is no fun. I can feel my tires going. The braking distance keeps increasing there. This car's gearing is almost perfect for this track. It's amazing. The leaders are definitely gone. It's very difficult. What do we have? A couple more laps. And then we're done. I'm definitely losing my tires, I can feel it. Hey, finally. Got the apex for once. Really hard to do with the gamepad. Parkour, I don't know if I would say it feels great. I spent a long time tuning. I've got a couple of direct drive wheelbases. I never got it to a point where it felt anywhere close to even iRacing, I would say. So, I don't know, maybe some other people are tuning wizards that are able to do things that I'm not able to do, but there's something fundamentally with the handling and the physics in this game that just doesn't lend itself to wheel play, in my opinion. Fortunately, it's amazing on the gamepad. It's beautifully tuned for it. It's very clear the devs focused on this above all. It's also not that great to play from the internal cameras because the proximity arrows aren't that good. And there's no radar, so you're constantly smashing into the AI. I finally got that turn on the gamepad. Took long enough. But no, I just don't have the speed to catch the leaders, I'm afraid. Whoa. It's finally gelling. At least I'm getting away from the cars behind me. I keep trying to push it to catch the leaders, but my tires are just, they're not there. They're not there anymore. I can accelerate earlier there. That's what I'm doing wrong. Guys, I think I may have been catching the leaders for a few laps there. Just in the zone. I'd love to test a Formula 1 car, guys, but it's getting very late here. Just as I'm starting to get the apex of T1, look at that. I'm almost driving like you would drive normally with the damn gamepad. It took turning a few laps, but we got there in the end. Yeah, I feel like I've seen some V8 supercars here, so, you know, at Road America, where it's all flat out, it's going to be hard to beat in a GT3. Like if it was Bathurst or something, maybe. Oh man, I'm finally connecting the track. Well, my brakes are just... Oh man. The tires and the brakes are cooked.
Total time penalty is about a second.
Come on, man. It's not like I gained time. Oh, no. Nah. Tires are gone. Whoa, the curbs of death. See that? So slippery curbs are a bit of a thing, or sticky curbs in that case. It becomes a bit of a thing, for sure. Yeah, this car for this track needs to be raised. It's like super low right now. It's struggling with all the curbing, and it's not like Road America has particularly high curbing. No way! I'm still catching them? Dude. It's only 2 laps. Can I do it? You at least second. No, I don't know, man. They're too far away. Yeah, there's a tire wear meter, which my face is conveniently obscuring for you guys. Tires are about 20% cooked right now, I would say. I'm just testing the pass on the grass there, like Kevin. That's all that was. Don't worry about it. That turned out surprisingly good. Feels so good on the gamepad, guys. Like, I know I keep saying this, but like, just You shouldn't waste the wheel on this game. It's like a finely tuned machine on the gamepad. It's so clearly made for this. It's just not a wheel game. Like, the fact that I'm even able to drive this consistently in a GT3 on a gamepad is surprising to me. I should have no business being able to do this. Crazy. I don't think I'm going to catch him, guys, but... Getting a bit more efficient with the turns, though. Oof. One more lap. Damn. What's the 100% brake phenomenon? Wheel support is wonky.
You got this.
I don't know where that came from. Just trying to stay on this podium is taking everything I have. I just got spit out by that curb. This car is so low. It's such a shame that race cars aren't a bigger part of the main career mode, because this is by far the most fun I've had tonight. Would make sense since you're on a sim racing channel. Of course I'm going to prefer this. But, you know, it would be nice to see this represented better in the campaign, that's all. If I drove this consistently from the beginning, I think I may have had a chance, but yeah. For now, not so much. Honestly, reasonably decent finish. I reckon if this race went for a while, we got tyre strategy involved, maybe there would have been a chance for like an undercut or something, but I just lacked the straight line power here at Road America. That was awesome. Damn, that was great. Interesting to know about the brakes thing. I didn't know. Sounds like there could be a setup hack to make the most of that. There we are on the podium. My dirtied up Grello. So pretty. The car level, I don't know. It's not really for me. I find it more of an impediment than anything. I wouldn't consider it something I particularly enjoy. I think it's just put in to get artificial playtime out of the game for players. That's the impression that I get. You may disagree, which is totally fine. But for me, I don't know. It didn't have that satisfaction to it, you know? Watch my glorious replay. Gonna turn this down and have a chat. So, thank you guys for joining me on my first stream back in 2 years. I wanted to say, once again, in case you're not tired of it already, if you want to stay up to date with my more recent content, I've started a brand new gaming channel because I missed doing general gaming content. It's gone amazingly. In the first month, we got 5k subs, over 600k views, massive views on Armored Core 6, Remnant 2, Witchfire. We're going to do Lords of the Fallen. We're going to do probably Cyberpunk as well. Much more the general gaming fare, which is a lot more relaxed from my perspective, and I'm able to weave the kind of narratives I like when I compose videos. So I hope to join you guys. Well, I hope you guys join me there. The link is in the pinned comment in the chat. You can also find it. It's called Erms Plays. So youtube.com/@ErmsPlays. I hope to see you there. I am keeping that one a lot more current than this channel. I think after the Forza content, I'm back to retirement here in sim racing land. So just in case you want to know. Sorry about that, guys. Didn't realize the replay was still that loud. I turned it down for myself. I didn't realize you guys were copying the worst of it. Great. Well, I'm not going to spam you again. But again, if you guys do want to catch my more recent content, pinned comment, it's got the link to my new channel. That's where I'm the most active. I almost thought that was Imola for a second. I saw the Italian flag. I'm like, oh, did I miss it? But no, it's Mugello. I should have raced Mugello tonight. Anyway, we might do another stream if you guys are still into it. Thank you for joining me here tonight. I enjoyed myself a lot. So I hope wherever you are, you're having a good one, and I'll see you next time.